and welcome back to MD Global Muscle here at the On the Rise Media Studio with me, your host, Giles Thomas. I'm joined all the way from America somewhere, I've forgotten where, Shaun Clarida!
New Jersey, New Jersey in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I know it's EST, so, but yeah, sorry, I keep forgetting. Sorry, so how are you, Shaun? How are you, mate? How you doing?
I'm good, man. You know, we're about, a week or so removed from the Olympia. You know, all the emotions have come down, all the excitement has come down. And I'm back in the gym, back to the lab, back to work, getting ready for next year.
Do you know what? The thing I like about your social media, it's like Groundhog Day. It's whether it's January, December, it doesn't matter. It's the same. It's that same intensity, the same poundages, the same effort. It's just 12 months of the year, you're on it.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I literally trained that 3 days after the Olympia, that Monday down in Kissimmee in Florida. We did some heavy legs, and I just, again, after the show was over, I kind of had a couple of meals, a couple of, small treats, and I was just right back to the gym because, for me, it was always the passion of the training that I fell in love with. That's what I loved the most, and I felt like I hadn't really trained in like 2 weeks hard. So I was just excited to get back into the gym and back to pushing weight. And, of course, everyone giving me shit about going back to the gym so soon after the show. But again, I felt good. I was definitely hydrated. My body felt great. And people don't realize this is the time when you want to get back into the gym because that rebound is where you're going to start seeing really good progress coming out of the show.
I used to go partying.
Yeah.
That's why I never grew.
Nah, no partying here.
But you know what? I think the one way you differ from Ronnie Coleman is that Ronnie used to take 3 months off, but you're literally bang straight back in.
I've never taken time off. I mean, at most, I'd take maybe 2, 3, 4 days off. But yeah, I've never taken several weeks or even months. That was never even a thought to take months off. Again, I know my body. I've been doing this going on 17 years now, so I know what works best for me. I know when to push and when to pull back. So yeah,
right. So let's talk about the Olympia.
Okay.
So how do you feel about everything, mate? How do you feel? How you look? The package you brought? Everything. What's your feelings? Your first initial feelings?
Initially, like I told you, and we've talked about this every year, my goal is to always bring something new to the stage. And, this year we're about a pound bigger, but my body looked 10 pounds bigger, in my opinion. Though we didn't get the win, initially I was a little upset, disappointed. But as soon as I went back and looked at videos and pictures, I literally was very happy knowing that I was improved from a year ago. I was just as hard, just as big, just as full. And it wasn't an easy win, I don't believe, for Derek. I definitely pushed him. It was just pretty much apples and oranges, Yeah. I crossed every T. I dotted all my I's. There was nothing more that myself, Matt, and, of course, rest in peace, my coach, John Meadows, could have done this year to bring a better look. Again, people have talked about it. It could have gone either way. Derek's a wide frame, guy, whereas I'm just more stacked full of muscle and very conditioned. I'm sure the judges had a hard time making a decision, but it is what it is, and for me, it's just fuel and motivation to come back next year, bigger and better. There are areas of my physique that I want to improve upon, that I know I will improve upon. Again, I do this every year. I assess, look at videos. I talk to the head judges. I say, what can I do to be better for next year? And I take that to heart. And again, I'm back to the gym right now, training and working those areas.
So in 2015, you were 155 pounds at the Olympia.
Yeah.
And in 2021, you're 178.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because I've said many times, if you watch Global, I've said it 100 times to other people as well. I said, look, one thing you can guarantee from Shaun Clarida, if you look at his track record in the last 6 years, every single year, that guy has got better and better and better. So you can't even judge upon how he looked last year because he will come back bigger, better, and he's going to do everything in his power to make sure that happens.
And I keep hearing he's maxed out, he's blown out. I don't know why people keep saying that. I'm not maxed out. I know where I can go, how much more I can push without blowing out my conditioning, my lines. You've seen it firsthand. I can get bigger, I can improve, put on muscle, put on weight, and still keep the conditioning hard. We're far from maxed out. This year we already had a plan set, Matt and myself. We know what I need to do to improve for next year to get that title back. And again, we're gonna start working down toward that.
I think when I looked at your physique, I thought your back was definitely a lot thicker. I think that's where that's because I saw a post and it said I'm going to be. I think you said 8 pounds heavier, but it ended up being, by the time you dried out and everything, it was a pound.
Yeah, exactly.
But I thought when you turned to the back, I definitely saw more. I felt like all the added weight or whatever added weight you put on went to the back, because your back was definitely a real bicep was even, it was more dense.
Well, that was the area. I mean, John Meadows and myself, we sat down a couple months ago, and we said, hey, we want to add more thickness to our upper lat area. So we did a lot of back movements this year, focus on that upper thickness, trying to get that width, that thickness, and we hit that lat spread or a double bicep, the lats just pop off the frame. So for sure. Again, I'm gonna continue to work at that, but I think the one area that I'm really not happy with, besides everything, is more so my chest.
Yeah.
And I can definitely use some more thickness, some more width. So that's gonna be a focal point this year.
If the chest matches the delts next year, that's gonna make it all perfect. To be honest, I think because
exactly.
there isn't really much, there isn't anything else you can really see like that needs definite improvement apart from the overall physique and just keeping on training and just keep improving and getting better and bigger and better, whatever.
Absolutely. Again, I know we have the plan already set. I know in my mind what I'm gonna do as far as the training, the nutrition aspect. I get a lot of mobility work, a lot of deep tissue work. That's helped me a lot tremendously over the years. Again, I'm very happy with everything, but obviously I'm not satisfied. I'm far from satisfied.
I don't think you ever will be. That's the mark of a true champion.
Yeah, I'm never gonna be satisfied. I want more Olympia titles. Let's be real. I mean, I don't know what Derek's plans are, if he's planning to come back next year or if he's moving to the Open. Regardless, I'm training as if he's going to be there. Or at the same time, I can't take anyone lightly that's in that 212 division because they're all champions. And this is probably one of the deepest 212 classes I've ever competed in personally. So I got to keep my eye on everybody, but at the same time, keep that focus just on myself.
I think personally, a few years ago when Flex Lewis and Jose and Eduardo, all those guys started to, the guy with the Dave Henrys, the pioneers of the 202, then the 212, I felt like there was a bit of a question mark. They took it away from the Arnold, and I was thinking, shit, is this gonna? And I think now that we've got 3 different champions all coming back, you, Kamal, Derek, I think it really has added a new level of excitement that I think actually it certainly matches the days of the Flex Lewis's versus, when it was really like, okay, these are the pioneers of this category. But now that top 3, I mean, all 3 of you want to come back and you want to come back and get your title back,
Yeah, like I said, this is definitely a new era. We're the Flex, we're the Jose's and Eduardo's, and that's us now. And again, with us being all champions, it's definitely going to be a battle. I mean, I know each and every one of us is very eager to get that title again. Derek has it. I congratulated him. I hope he, enjoys it and really understands what it means to be an Olympia champion. But at the same time,
don't slack.
I'm gonna go on his ass for it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't slack. Oh wow, because I mean, it was exciting with the Open Olympia scene, but it's certainly the pre-judging, because everyone thought, oh, Rami's going to win it easy. He's going to come in, he's going to dominate everyone with his size, and then Brandon nearly, was 1 point behind. And at the pre-judging, I was like, because there was a lot. It was split. People were saying Derek, some people were saying you. It was just like, shit, how is this going to go? How are they going to pull it out the bag for the night? Who's going to improve the most? Who's going to move forward? And I think when you have that element of sort of surprise and uncertainty of how it's, there's no dominant champion. As soon as he walks on stage, oh God, like Andrea Shaw, as soon as she walked on stage, it was like, well, she's won. It's a fight. A fight for second. So I think it really adds excitement for next year now.
Absolutely. Like I said, it's literally apples and oranges. People, it's what's your flavor of the day, that kind of thing. What do the judges want that day? Yeah. But again, I know that if I bring that same conditioning next year, same roundness, same thickness, fullness, with a little bit more size in certain areas, again, the chest, the back, I say this every year, I want to put on 2-3 more pounds. I know I will. But this year, I guarantee you, we will be no less than 8 to 10 pounds up next year.
Sean, I believe you.
I hope you do. Now.
I do. I really, because do you know what? When you get someone that every single year, because you do a lot of interviews and you make yourself very available, which we appreciate, and you deliver on exactly what you say since every single year for last 6 years. Every single year you've improved. So it's like. Like I said, it adds more excitement, I think, for the following years. And of course you've got guys like Kamal at 50 years old still bringing it.
Absolutely. You know, and again, you guys see my videos. I don't talk much. I stay covered up all year round, and people kind of write me off as like, oh, he's not going to be ready, or he's not this. And I don't care about the hype. I don't care about the media. I don't care about any of that stuff. I know what I'm bringing to the stage. For me, those things are distractions, and I can't have that. I just need to focus on myself, the show, and that's it. And again, once that showtime comes, I strip down. Everyone's mouth just drops, and it's like, well, shit, you did it again. So,
mate, that's true. That's true. But don't tell me you don't care about the media, because that's going to really upset me.
No, you know.
I know.
I know what it is.
I know. I'm joking.
A lot of people do these interviews, or not interviews, what do you call those, prediction videos?
Yeah.
And I'm not even in the mix. It's like,
it's crazy.
Well, I just won the show last year. How am I not in the mix? But again, I know the guys who are training with no shirt on and wearing tank tops. They're getting all the, the media people to kind of, be down their throat. But I don't need that. I've never needed that personally. It's crazy.
Well, I'm more impressed by what you do 365 days of the year. As in not like 3 weeks out, training in a vest, looking amazing. Lifting, doing some squeezy weights or whatever. I'm more impressed by what you're doing all year round.
I'm like you. Again, I love that stuff. I love watching the old videos of Dorian and Flex and all these guys in the gym training for the show. Like, that gets me going versus seeing someone in a tank top hit a few, bicep shots. That doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah. Shaun, I know, because you said you've got to nip out in 2.5 minutes time, so I'm going to be mindful of your time, and I really appreciate you coming on. But I just wanted to catch up with you. I wanted to see what was going on and how you're feeling, and and I expected exactly what you've brought today. That same fire, and because you've had to fight against the naysayers from day one. When I wrote that article in MD, and and I was writing about you, and you were saying that people laughed, saying you won't even turn pro, you won't make a good pro, and look what happened. Every single year, you just work towards proving people wrong every single year, and that's what you've done. That's your legacy. Thank you, man. And again, for me, it's no plan B. It's been my motto for a couple of years now. Just keeping my eye on the one goal only. And I just want to thank, obviously, my entire team. First and foremost, God, my girlfriend was Angela, my family, my coach Matt Jansen, and of course, rest in peace, John Meadows. My sponsors, Michael from MJ from Gas, Wolfpack, Michael, another owner there as well. It's got about 50 sponsors. It's got 100 sponsors. Yeah, I got a lot of great people. Mega Fit Meals. Yeah. Last year was a really good year, man. I got a lot of people in my corner this year, really helping me, pushing me, motivating me, and encouraging me. So it definitely helped. So. I think you and Missy did John Meadows proud as well, mate. You really did. I just talked to Missy yesterday, and I think that she and I were both, more upset to the fact that we didn't win, but more so we didn't win it for John. But as we talked about it, she and I, we know that John is proud of what we did. And to lose him, 3 weeks after the show was very tough for all of us, especially for those who've worked with John for a number of years. Those first couple of days, Giles, I'll be honest with you, I didn't go to the gym. I didn't talk to anybody. I kind of just stayed home, and I just cried every day. I'm getting emotional now. Yeah. Well, I think but Shaun, what Samson, Missy, what you guys did by carrying on, really, because that's what if you'd have asked him, say hypothetically that happened, what he'd say? He'd say, I want him to keep going and do their best and not be distracted. So. No, for sure. And I know that. I knew that, and that's why I got my ass back into the gym, and I knew he was with me in the gym, pushing me, screaming at me. I can hear it, and that's what got me through. And those last 3 weeks, I've really stepped it up to the point where I killed myself with training, the cardio, every single aspect. And I said I want to be not just 100%, I want to be 150%, and I believe I did that this year. You're a machine with a big heart, mate. That's what I've got. That's the only way I can describe you. Machine with a big heart. That's the only way. Because, I think we all felt that one. We all did, So, but, mate, just incredible job. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, you've got an amazing support team with your lady and obviously Gasp and all these different sponsors. I mean, wow. I mean, it's you're in a pretty good spot. And like I said, it's now you've got something to really go after next year and get that freaking title back. Absolutely. Also, I forgot, I want to give a huge thank you. I don't know if you guys saw, I posted recently on my page, my home gym, Signature Fitness. Oh, wow. Has gone, just far and beyond supporting me from day one. I just got home, on Tuesday, and I got back to the gym, and I walked in with my head down and my hoodie over my head
because I was upset I had let them down.
No.
But as soon as I walked out, there was maybe 50 people waiting outside to congratulate me, welcome me home, and they actually built an 8-foot plaque outside the gym with my photo on it. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I did see that. I saw it when you walked through the doors. They were like, "Yay!" I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
that's nice."
I had no idea. It was very much a surprise. But I have to give a huge thank you to Will, Tina, Warren, Signature Fitness, just for the unbelievable love and support.
Awesome. Keep doing what you're doing, mate, and keep being a badass. And
Absolutely.
And we've gone 1 minute and 10 seconds over what I promised. So I better let you go, then, mate.
And you're going to see some big things happening soon, so you're going to be surprised. So
okay,
keep your eye on my page.
Okay, right, okay. Well, I'll be very intrigued now. So, Shaun, thank you so much, mate, and thank you for coming on. And I'll speak to you very soon.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you as always, Giles.
Thank you, Shaun.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Points, but we were going to the fort, Lila Brada, and I believe he got the straight fourth place. Now
yes.
I don't have a special, yeah, and people complain. I think you were the first one months ago that you asked me Nick Walker or Hunter Labrada. You asked me for that, and look at those. Did I answer? I say Hunter. Hunter has a better package, more complete, more aesthetic.
I'm absolutely blown away because, like I said, I asked you that question, and in my mind, we spoke about this a few weeks ago, that I thought that Nick Walker was so far ahead now. But when I saw Hunter on the stage and I actually realized how big he was, he even stood next to Brandon and Rami, because I thought I had in my head he was a lot smaller. But when he actually stood next to these guys, I thought, oh my God, he really is. Sometimes guys can look great or not great by themselves, but it's when they're compared to the other guys, that's when you see how good they are and what level they're at.
I mean, for all the
he looks incredible.
Of Hunter Labrada placing fourth, look at him for more than a year. He does updates on Instagram, all these pictures and the videos, because a lot of times people are going to say, it's photoshopped or filtered or whatever else. But you can see day in, day out, he's consummate professional. He's in shape year round. I mean, he kept this low body fat, very good conditioning, and just growing into his frame. Frame is blessed by genetics of his dad. Conditioning is still not there. He needs to get that Lee formula of conditioning. Had Hunter been as dry as Nick was, nobody would ask the question. But because Nick was, that freaky factor and in better condition, he made a room for a question. Now, it could go either way. I mean, if Nick beat Hunter, I wouldn't complain, because Nick impressed me at the Arnold Classic, like I said, after 10 seconds.
Oh, someone's ringing you. Someone's ringing you, mate.
And my mother. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
My mother, and knowing my mother, she's going to call again.
and again.
So, excuse me. But what I was saying, Nick stepping on that Arnold Classic stage, it really shocked me. He won that contest on a front relax pose.
Yeah.
Okay, front relax. And
as soon as he walked out.
Yeah, here it goes again. Okay.
Hey, Mum.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'll call you back, Mum.
Yeah, I'm here. So sorry. I hope it's not going to be the third time.
Okay.
But I told my mother every time, to understand this, if I don't answer right away, especially if I disconnect, I'm doing something. But she's 83 years old and doesn't know what it means. So Nick Walker, I said he's not as aesthetically pleasing. But listen, when he went to Arnold Classic, open up the shoulders and, put his knees out and flared his quads, and the depth of his abs made him aesthetic freak. He made now is the argument like, okay, he has a big taper, he has a deep abs, he has a leg separation, shoulders go, mile wide. I mean, what the hell? He lifts his arms are, unbelievable with squeezed abs. A lot of people don't do it. He knows that he benefits from squeezed abs. So front relax, front double biceps, front lat spread, abs and thighs shut. Nick is showing one of the deepest abs in the whole industry, center of the body, enough mass everywhere. So he got it. At Arnold Classic, there was no doubt.
Yeah.
Now we see also if William Boniek showed up at the Arnold Classic, Nick would beat him, especially with the Arnold Classic conditioning. He was a little bit
I think he would have. I don't think this was the best William Bonac we've seen.
Yes. But back to Hunter. So they complain about Hunter. Hunter is missing nothing. Has great legs, great calves, great arms, great shoulders. He's a very good back. Okay. They complain about chest, and many people don't actually even realize he had a pec tear that thank God is hardly visible. You have to know it and pay attention. So he's like, let's say, Kevin Levrone that had a pec tear but continued the career and almost made it.
Yeah, but Kevin's wasn't Milos. Kevin's was not noticeable. Hunter's is definitely. It's definitely noticeable.
Tony Freeman's was a little bit.
Yeah. And
he was, sometimes maybe penalized. But listen, Dorian Yates was not penalized for missing the whole bicep. True. So I think the judges, many times would consider, okay, listen, this is injury that is caused, and there's nothing that these guys did to really be marked down. And I think Chris Dickerson had 2 tears, and was winning the Olympia, and there are many other guys.
Yeah.
So Hunter, I'm going to say this, on the standpoint of dryness, he was still not there. And that's every time I talk to Lee and even his mother, Robin, who is such a great analytical expert.
Is she? That's good. That's great. I love. Yeah, cool.
God.
Wow.
I enjoy talking to her. Even the same like with Lee. And Lee, being a purist himself.
Yeah.
For me, also I have to mention, not too many people speak about Lee Labrada being one of the best in the world. He is definitely one of the best in the world. And when you analyze, clearly top 10, and in many opinions, myself included, you could go over there to up top 5 from an aspect of aesthetics, symmetry, proportions, balance, presentation, beauty, this kind of stuff. And I told Lee that at the not press conference, at this meeting there, I said, listen, Lee, I know that you don't want to hear this, but for me, Hunter can never beat Lee in a direct duel.
50 pounds heavier.
But that doesn't say that Hunter is not good enough. It just says how great Lee was.
Yeah.
So if Lee manages to convince Hunter to listen to Dad, then they're not doing that for whatever reason. Let Dad put in the condition. I'm 100% sure he would do it.
I would like to see a better posing routine from Hunter, though. I would. I've got to be honest.
Better?
A better posing routine. I was expecting 91 Olympia, Lee Labrada, and I was kind of, it was 20% of that. And it was still not bad posing, but I was expecting something spectacular,
Yeah, you said it, not me, but I completely agree with you. Yeah, I even said this to the Ron Harris circle. Listen, not even posing routines can be compared. I mean, Lee is another level.
Completely.
There was the moments and poses and transitions that he, tried to repeat it, but it just doesn't have that finesse. It doesn't have that, orientation. Where are you at all times, and which angles to put, and it was the turn of the face, finger positioning.
It was Lee's transitions. It was Lee's transitions that made his posing. I mean, it was like there was things that I couldn't even replicate, even if I tried 100 times. I can't, it was like, but I expected something even half as good as that. But at the end of the day, the posing level is down nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, but still, I think there was a best poser award in the Open. I think it would still go to the Labrada.
Oh yeah, that's what it says for the standard of posing nowadays. I mean, Nick Walker just comes out and hits. Nick Walker just comes out and hits the compulsories. So let's talk about William Bonac.
William, initially when he stepped on the stage in President, I didn't think his legs were back to his normal self, but there was a little bit improved from last couple of outings, and therefore I thought that they would give him a chance. And I was saying this in the MD after interview that I would have switched 5th place with Bonac and Nick. I would.
Okay.
It was close, but I would, because Bonac still has this fibrotic fullness, hardness, earned. I don't know how many decades he's lifting and pounding the weight. He has the density and hardness. Flaws, he is narrow, Nick is wide. So yes, there, you can see. And Nick's legs maybe look more powerful. I don't think Nick's legs are bigger than Williams. Let me tell you, Nick just knows how to position them. He flares them out. He uses, adductors, to create the volume. But, if you really look at them, they were not much bigger. I thought that William could be fifth. Sixth place is still, top six Olympia.
Yeah, it's consistent.
People don't realize. I competed in the 90s. I qualified 10 times, and 3 times I was 10th. And I consider this major accomplishment being 10th.
Massive.
Being in top 6. Off Wozniak placed, top 6 in the last 2 years still. So that's how good he is.
Can we touch on the 7th through 10th places? Just not rather than going individual, but who stood out and why, and who was better, who was worse than?
For me, I would actually go boldly and put Shaban Mohammed to 7th place.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, because he was not on the radar. He came in his best condition. He's one of those guys that has combination of everything. Size, this time conditioning also. Conditioning was missing every time. Fullness, runners, crazy legs. It's just from balance and complete standpoint with enough size and conditioning, he could move there even up in front of Jan.
I still want to see Shaban crisper from the back. When he hits that riddle bicep, that's where it kind of falls down for me. It's like Hakeem. He was okay from the front and the side, but when he turned to the back, it was like, you've lost 3 or 4 placings now.
Yeah, I agree with you, but the 6 out of 8 poses, you don't turn your back. There's still 6 poses that you gain momentum, and Shaban was, small waist, full chest, full shoulders, full arms, legs sweeping, and it's not, again, great condition, far away from, but a good condition, better than he was presenting. He moved up. He competed how many times this year? 5 times. So this was the best outing and perfectly timed for the Olympia. I'm going to have to squeak that in again, and all the newcomers can always be pissed off at me. Going into the show, I was already predicting it's going to be far from 90s conditioning. And I was hoping that maybe, 5-6 guys at least going to be in 90s conditioning. But still, majority were in okay condition. So let's just put the stamp on this.
But why do you think that's happening? I think that things like carbing up on insulin, I think that is causing. Do you think that's causing some conditioning issues and guys with a lot of muscle trying to fill out? What do you think?
Listen, since 1993 until the 2003, every contest I enter, I carved up with insulin.
Okay.
And you see me in condition every time. Ronnie Coleman, Flex Wheeler with Chad Nichols were doing insulin, in the 90s and all that stuff. That's not the case, but the case is getting in that crazy shredded, super lean. Dorian Yates kind of, 3 weeks out or 6 weeks out pictures, he's already winning the Olympia kind of, cellophane skin.
Yeah.
They're not doing it. And then it's constantly, when you hear all these reviews from experts, right? All of us, me included, we say, flat. I say flat. So that flatness echoes, don't be flat, because now if I'm flat, I'm going to also be soft. No. Listen, if you're lean and you're flat, you're not going to be soft. Because you're lean, every single day you're in the gym training, you can stand the pictures, look in the mirror, pose, and so you're in contest condition. Okay, you could be a little fuller. Well, when you're training, usually you get that little pump and you're just enough full. But you see, this is the fullness already. You're flat, you have no carbs, no glycogen, but with a little bit carbs, you're going to pump up a little bit, you're going to look like that. So they tend to believe they need to carb up more, and this is what happens. I really think that's the case.
Do you think anyone just comes in as they are anymore? Do you think maybe they just need to just do away with carbing up and depleting and all that? Maybe sometimes they just need to come in, because sometimes you see guys and they'll be doing multiple shows throughout the year, and they'll do one show and they look absolutely sensational, and they just say, "Well, I just basically my main show's in 4 weeks. I just want to step on stage as I am," and they look better.
this is such a nonsense. Somebody just talked to me about this a couple of days ago. Yeah, warming up show. Okay, so warm up show, I'm going to count at 60%. So I want to say even 60% of myself is better than all of you guys that are competing.
Yeah.
Like I'm so much. Shit, if you're 60%, you would be 60th right there behind.
No. What I'm referring to is guys just saying, look, I'm not going to deplete and carb up or whatever. I'm just going to come in as I am, and they end up looking better.
Why would you not? Okay, well, if
see what I mean? You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, but listen, going into the show, you can carb deplete, carb load if you plan to. The only reason to carb deplete and carb load, only reason, let's face it, is super compensation of glycogen. That's why you want to deplete so your body can maybe hold more than normally.
Yeah.
That's the only reason of carb depletion, carb loading. But this is applied in the other endurance sports, that you can store more glycogen than normally with this technique. But if you don't need to be super compensated, you just need to be normally full. Just have your glycogen level that is normal filled up. You don't need to super compensate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I did it with few guys before. You've seen it. Yeah, if it works perfectly, yeah, and you can gain some. But like everybody says, Dorian gets included, and many coaches say, why risk 10% better, fuller, when you can, lose 50% by missing it? So, yeah, many people no longer deplete and load, but there is a still tendency to go a little bit higher, carbs.
So do you think that is responsible for the maybe the lack of conditioning, or do you think it's just because the guys are bigger and it's trickier to peak?
Guys don't get as lean as we did.
Yeah.
Okay. First, this last manipulation of water and carbs, glycogen, sodium, water, that's a different story. If dry fat is still fat, right? So if you're not in shape, you still have some body fat,
dry fat, I like that.
Dry all you want.
Yeah, dry fat.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So who was the best of the guys? What was your thoughts on the guys, say, out of the top 10? What was your kind of feelings on some of them?
Justin Rodriguez also improved.
Yeah.
So he would give Jan Valier run for the money. I saw Jan still, 7th or 8th, possibly. I didn't see direct comparison. Like I said, now when I analyze everything, double, triple in my head, seeing some pictures and videos, I would give Mohamed Shaban, Jan Valier, then Justin Rodriguez, and then Akeem Williams. Akeem didn't bring his last year's Olympia conditioning, so then he's exposed, like you said, when he turns around. There's always that wonder, why is Akeem thicker from the back? His skin is just not, same from the front. But look, genetically, many people have that. And when we're going to talk about 212 winner, for example, later on, this is a case with him that the back was much leaner than the front. I've seen Terence, at Arnold Classic being leaner from the back than the front.
He was. And welcome back to MD Global Muscle here at the Unrise Media Studio with me, your host, Giles Speaks. And we're joined all the way from Rome, Italy, one day after the Yamamoto Pro Cup, Samson Dauda!
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Oh, Samson. Oh, hello to your lady. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning. She looks like she's been doing a lot of cooking.
I know, because it's obviously all happening here. We're about to leave to head out to the airport and stuff. So, yeah, man, great show yesterday. Honestly, couldn't ask for more, really.
Are you happy because you took third place behind Nathan Asha and Ruli Winkler? So, how are you feeling about that?
I'm happy. Honestly, I'm happy. Obviously, personally for us, for the package we brought into the show. We brought our best. And we went better than we did in Arnold, which was what the goal we set out to do in the first place. Results, you can't control the results. Things, it happens what it is. You don't moan about it. You just smile and you move on. As long as you're presenting your best package, that's all you can ever ask for in these things. That's the only thing that's in your control. It's the only thing you have in your power. So, yeah, that's we can look at it and be like, yeah, we are really happy with the results.
Now, I've only seen, because we're going to do like a live stream review later today, and I've only seen like a few Instagram posts of people that have done screen grabs of the live stream, and the lighting was a bit dodgy, and I was watching it on a phone, and I was really trying to get a gauge for how you compared to how you looked at the Arnold UK when you came very close to Nathan. What's your feelings on how you look compared to that show?
Oh man, we were a lot tighter, we were a lot drier, a lot harder at this one. Just as full, just as pop just as much. And one thing that we sort of really were happy with when we looked at it the morning of the show, we looked at it the day before we went to the stage. And I also, I posted a shot right before we walked on stage to show everybody obviously what we're looking like. And it was just much more drier, just much more harder. And we just, when you feel excited, you're just proud, like, look, it wasn't a fluke. It wasn't a one-off fluke, whatever. We're definitely getting harder with each show we do. We're definitely getting better with each show we do, better on stage, better overall. So for me, this was definitely by far, a better showing that we did in the Arnold and my best showing so far. So that's why I said, like, for me, it was just that happiness of knowing that, yes, we finally figured out how to get my physique to do what we wanted to do. Not just once, but again and again. So yeah, that for me was definitely the goal and the win there.
It was definitely a different package. I know obviously lighting's different, and sometimes it is really difficult to tell because the lighting at the Arnold UK was amazing, and the Yamamoto show it wasn't as good as the Arnold UK, was it?
No, it was definitely darker, and it was obviously with a very black background and not as bright lighting. I even saw the pictures afterwards, and it doesn't show what was on stage. I mean, it's different when you're there, but it doesn't show what was on stage. And even when we went the day before, we saw the amateurs competing, we kind of looked at it and go, that was going to present a problem for us. Obviously, being darker skinned, we were like, okay, that's going to present a problem for us, but we can't control that. So we're like, you know what? We know if the judges can see it sitting up close, they can see it and everything else. It probably won't come out great in the live stream or whatever, but we know what we're looking at. I mean, one of the reasons why I did fucking post a shot backstage before we walked on was to make it clear that don't discourage and discount the condition that we're bringing. We're just as sharp, if not harder, everything else. So just in case it doesn't pop up on the monitors or people watching it, that there is definitely a better package. So yeah, the lighting didn't give us any benefit, but we're definitely hard at this show.
Am I seeing things, or was your waist even smaller than at the Arnold?
Yes, it's smaller because this is what I'm saying. Like we're getting better. We keep getting better show by show, especially when we kind of found out a system that works and we find out what my body responds to. And, so he's like, okay, we test something, go, actually it works. Okay, let's try it again. But this time, let's refine it and see what happens. And you refine it and go, wow, you know what? You keep your fullness. You're much drier. You're more vascular. Man, this is really working. Okay, move. And so we're literally learning from that, and we see it work. And, Milos is happy, and he's already talking about, man, if we can do this now, what we're going to be like next year. Yeah. This is crazy. And we're learning, our experience is growing together in it. So it makes us just feel like, when you're excited and you can discount the results and everything, but when you're nailing yourself and you're walking out like every time thinking, yes, I know I'm at my best, I'm proud of this. It's very hard to then feel totally bad or totally unhappy if you didn't get the place you want. You just smile and go, look, I know I've nailed it. I know I've done my job. This is what matters the most to me. So, yeah, for me, that was definitely a win for me.
I said in the preview, if you watched it, I said I'm really interested to see Rulli versus Samson because I think that's going to be the battle. I think those two are going to be battling for second.
Yeah. I mean, I remember obviously watching the pre-judging and saying that and everything else. So, we're coming in, we're like, look, one thing we can't control is come in sharper, come in harder. If you can do that at this stage, especially being so close to Arnold, you can't come in bigger because if you try, it's just going to end up looking washed out. You're going to watch it, okay? Try to come in harder, but stay full.
Yeah.
That will be the main thing. If you can master those two, it's a win. And that's exactly what we did coming into the show, I would have loved to be put next to Rulli. I mean, to sort of get compared more.
Hang on
I think in the call-outs.
They didn't put you next to Rulli. Who did they put you next to then?
Nah. We were always next to Nathan the whole time. So when we did the pre-judging, it was me, Nathan, and everything. So which worked great for me because, this is what I'm saying. Like, I see the advantage like this. Every time we do a show, Nathan is there. And my physique is so similar and so close to his that we always close together. So everybody can always compare those two. It would be different if it's a different show and you got a different mixed match physique and they wouldn't know where to put me. So if you're going to put Nathan close to the win, I'm the next closest person to him. So you're always going to have us next together. Yeah. Even when we walk out, our last name matches each other. So we're always next to each other when we first walk out. So every time you look at it, you always got to be able to compare both of us standing next to each other. So as much as people can be like, oh, this is not fair or whatever, I look at it and go, yeah, but if Nathan is winning, I'm going to always be standing next to him. So we can always judge, okay, this is the level he's at. He's standing next to him. So it can always be a clear judge. Because it's different if I was in, second call out, or if I was in far the other end of the stage.
Yeah.
You can say, okay, Nathan's on, we can see that. But we can't compare how on he is compared to Samson or compared to any other guys, because there's nobody close to his shape that close to him. But when we're close, we're next to him, it's basically you can see two same shape, right? They're standing right there in front of you. So it's a lot more easier to say, okay, right, if he's winning, this guy's got just as good a shape, he's just as conditioning. So where you're going to have to put him, you can't take him and throw him all the way down to the other end of the stage.
Yeah.
He's right there. So this is why I'm saying, like, I always see that as an advantage, and I always smile and go, well, they're going to have to compare us sooner or later. It's very hard to kind of throw us on the other side of the stage. Like I said, I just wish that obviously at some point, if you're going to say, Rolly's second and Nathan's first and I'm third, you're going to have to put us close to each other at some point and compare each one of it out. And that's just it.
I have a theory. After the Arnold UK, because Nathan was incredible at the Arnold UK, but I noticed his waist wasn't quite as small as it has been, and it can be. And you came into the Arnold UK with a tiny waist. You came very close. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was neck and neck at the prejudging. And if you noticed, when he posted that video yesterday, he'd really brought his waist in. So I think he was looking at it and thinking, shit, okay, I'm carrying more mass than Samson, but he's got that beautiful little waistline. I think that was part of it. I think that's why he really tried to. That's my theory anyway. What's your feelings?
And I think it so helps bodybuilding because now the guys are now watching their waistline and seeing that, okay, guys are coming up having a lot of muscle, but they're not losing their waist. Their waist is getting smaller and tighter. I think that only means that other guys will start checking themselves and go, okay, we can't give up that little thick midsection. We all have to be tight as anything. Our waistline has to be thin as small as anything. So if that is the message we're sending out there and telling guys, okay, we're not accepting no more blocky, thick waist. You have to have a small waist if you're going to do this, or else you get dispassed by other guys that are coming up with small waist. Then I think that's a great thing for bodybuilding. That's a great thing for open bodybuilding, We can't keep getting this measurement of, classic, classic is all about classic. Open bodybuilding has lost their beauty and their shine for it. We need to step up our game to make sure that doesn't become the case. We are the peak of the show. We have to represent that professionally,
They finally listened to Milos, the industry.
Oh yes, Milos have been doing abs almost every day of the week.
Wow. Just to interrupt a second, because I'm not going to tell tales, but Milos might have sent me a few pictures before he walked on stage, and there was that quarter turn. I think it was you were doing a video call. I think you just and I was like, "What the hell have you?" I said, "What's happened to his waist, his abs?" I said, "They look. How have they got smaller?"
Because in every practice, every time we do a check-in, he's like, okay, remember, two things, waist, legs, waist, abs, get your abs in, get your abs in. So we do the quarter turn, and I'm sucking in as hard as I can. He goes, no, even hard. And you think, man, I'm about to pass out. So, what happens, he ends up training your midsection that even when you stand there and you breathe out and you relax, your waist doesn't stick out. You're still just as tight. Yeah. And this is one thing, there's no point on stage where you're going to see a picture of me with my abs, my waist relaxed, my stomach sticking out. It's like, no, we've trained for that. So he's like, this is how you stay professional at everybody. You present yourself, not just in a pose, but between transition, you always look professional. So we practice over and over and over to the point where you're thinking, man, I just can't do this. I'm going to rest, But Milos make sure.
Good.
He made sure we stayed on the grind for it. So I think, I got to give props to him for that.
Do you know what I saw? I mean, I know I've only seen a few pictures like this morning because literally it's like 11 a.m. now. And later on, I'm actually going to post a picture of your frontal bicep from yesterday, and I'm going to put it to the 1993 Arnold Classic Flex Wheeler.
Oh, yeah.
But with another 50, because he was 218. And what did you weigh yesterday? What do you think you...
Oh, 280 pounds.
Hang on. You weighed 280 yesterday.
280 yesterday.
What?
Yep.
Not 218.
No,
you don't look 218.
So this is what I mean. It's like you want bodybuilding to evolve as the future goes on.
Wow.
Yes, we need more size. Yeah, we need more freaks. But at the same time, we shouldn't accept that with the flaws of, okay, this is what you get. You get, sticky, blocky midsection because you're asking for freaks. It should be the best of everything moving forward. So that's what we're trying to represent. Like, the 90s, we're coming in bigger and hard as we can, but we're not losing the glorious look that we loved from the 90s. We're keeping that in as well, because this is the evolution of the sport. You know, you have to think about it that way.
What does your waist measure?
Oh man, I haven't even measured my waist. I mean, last time we did it was about a year ago, and I think it was like 32-inch waist or something like that. And since then, I haven't even measured it, so I don't know.
So 280 with a 32-inch waist, you're hitting vacuums in your frontal bicep. That's blown my mind, mate. Seriously, that's crazy.
No, because that's what you should look for. I mean, we want the lines and the refinements of the classic physique, but we also want the freaky big muscles of the open.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's a game of picking one or the other. Yeah. It should be, this is what is presented, you know, at the highest level. This is the highest level bodybuilding. You get the best of both worlds with it. So I think, you know, representing that, standing by that, not accepting the excuse of, well, you know, them guys, they're big, so they have to eat a lot of food, and because of that, their stomach this is what you get. I don't think that excuse flies anymore. You know, we've shown that guys are getting bigger and they can refine their ways. So I think, you know, this is the point where we really have to stop and start asking questions. You know, is that really acceptable? It shouldn't be, you know, and it can be done. So we're going to aim to try to do that every single show we do, to stay just as tight, just as big, but just as small a waist as we can possibly get it.
I bet there's not many guys at 280 that are as agile as you. I bet if there's guys at 250 that couldn't run 100 meters like you could. Seriously, because like you look like when you see a posing, like jumping about on stage, and you look lighter than you are because of how you're not lumbering. You know, you're not. I mean, you know. Because
remember, in the off season we went up to about 314 pounds, and I remember being that weight this year, and I was thinking, I've never been so comfortable at that weight. Wow. I'm thinking, this isn't normal. And I felt comfortable. Midsection, I still have my abs, still fat thing, and I posted my off-season shot, and I felt comfortable. And I'm thinking, it's weird. Isn't it weird? I'm comfortable at this. Should I be comfortable at this weight? Should I be? And it felt like we could put so much more on top of it. So I was like, okay, you know. So when we came down, I'm like, I just feel like a marathon runner. I'm feeling like, man, I feel comfortable as anything now with dropping the weight.
Go to a marathon.
So you know what I mean? So you kind of like, okay, posing and, you know, moving agile and, you know, going in your tiptoes and flying from one end of the stage. It just feels normal. It doesn't feel blocky. It doesn't feel like, okay, this is the result you get for putting on more muscle. You know, you have to lose that bit of, you know, refinement and agile movement. No, you're still there. You know, you just have to be fit enough to practice enough to know how to control yourself all the time. So hopefully that's what we're trying to bring each time we get on stage. You know, we never want to be, you know, walking around really blocky and feeling really thick and not able to move freely on stage.
Samson, there's a lot of more post-Olympia shows coming up. They're giving a car as well as like 60,000 in Egypt. We got Romania. We got Alicante. We got Prague. Please tell me you're doing more shows before you shut it down.
So obviously we kind of looked at it yesterday when we came on stage and was like, okay, in the pointing system, I think we got about 10 or 11 points anyway.
Okay.
And we want to qualify for that next year's Olympia. That's our goal, regardless of what happens. So until we know that we're well and truly secure for that, we'll keep going. So yes, we are going to Egypt in 2 weeks' time.
Yes, fantastic.
Yes,
fantastic.
I do know Nathan the Asha is doing the same show, so we're going to battle it out again. Like I said before, I'll keep going and keep coming back until we finally get what we want. I'm very persevering. I can persevere a lot like that. So we're going to do that, and then if we have to, we go to Prague. And we just keep going to make sure that we secure our place for 2022 Olympia. So then we can then have some break and have an off-season refine and get ready for the Olympia. But the goal is to make that Olympia stage next year, regardless of what happens.
That is a fantastic plan. And I actually said to Milos yesterday, I said he will, I would put money that Samson will be in the Olympia next year in 2022, because like just say you don't get a win this year. I think you're going to get so many points that you could really shut it down completely until Olympia, and there's no chance you will get knocked off like say Mohammed did. You know, there's no way, because you've got 11 points already, and the Olympia was only a bloody week ago.
We still got at least 2 more shows. I mean, Prague is a big point show.
Yeah,
and we got so this way we really want to make sure that we secure that place, and then we can be like, okay, fantastic. It's safe to shut it down and then focus on next year and focus on Olympia. So we really want to secure that. If it means that we got to get 15 points or over 16 points just to make sure nobody can come close to it next year, and it secures our place, and that's what we will do. But we definitely want to really make sure that we get that locked in, whatever happens this year, and then shut it down, have a break, and get the body to actually rest up, and then prepare for next year.
So no going crazy on the Italian food today, all right?
No. I mean, I think Milos already gave me my plan. Starting, he's like, look, once you land, can you get to the gym? I'm like, man, dude, I land like 7 p.m. What time? When can I get a break? He's like, come on, man, we got shows to do. We got improvements to make. I was like, all right, let's go. I mean, we keep doing this. Let's go.
Serious question now. How many times a day do you curse Milos's name?
Oh man, I don't even say because I don't even know.
Yeah.
Honestly, but I couldn't ask for a better coach. Honestly, we come in, we clicked, we gel. The results, you guys can see the results. I don't even need to say. You can see it yourself how much better we are compared to what we've been in the past. It feels like for once we're actually finally at the point where we're like, yes, that's what we've been looking to bring all this time, and he's making that possible for us. So. I'm honestly, I couldn't be happier with a coach like this.
It was a bit of a gift from God after what happened with John Meadows. I mean, you were into your prep and you lost John Meadows. And I mean, that, you know, we spoke about it a few weeks ago. I mean, what an impact that must have had. And then Milos really stepped in and saved the day, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he really did. And where we are now and how he's manipulating our physique and learning together, we've improving. I'm just like, wow, you know what? This really was a gift, you know, and honestly, I feel so lucky to have him in now. And honestly, I'm just ready to keep going and see what the future holds, because with him by my side, I really believe we can accomplish anything, you know.
So you got Milos and you got the support from Fouad Abiad with Hostile.
Yes,
you know,
another man, Hostile. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? The physique you see this year is because of these people. There is no question about it, because like I said before, in the past, I used to have to work full time and do a lot of things just to get to bodybuilding. But this is the first time where I could really focus purely on bodybuilding. And it's only because Fouad and Hostile team and some of they gave me the opportunity to be able to do that. So I'm truly grateful for them, because everything you see now is because of them giving me the opportunity to say, okay, we believe in what you have. Now show us what you can do. And, you know, I'm really happy for that.
Before I let you go, what was the show like yesterday? Because obviously it moved it from San Marino, because, you know, everything. What was it like as an experience overall?
Rome is beautiful.
Yeah.
Rome is amazing. And I think they should keep it in Rome, because Rome, I think every competitor out yesterday went somewhere and went to the Colosseum or somewhere in Rome. And it just sets the tone for that Roman tournament and everything else. And it really sets the tone for us. So I think it's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful place to have a show. And they should keep it here, because it's amazing.
Isn't the Vatican amazing?
Oh, Vatican is wow.
In fact, Samson, I got this ring. It's all covered in Latin, really? I bought this in the Vatican gift shop.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, because I couldn't enjoy that place more. I'm like, wow, I'm gonna come back.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't have more shows, you could maybe stay a few extra days and make a long weekend of it. Because it's not expensive to go to Rome. I've flown out there. It's a beautiful place.
No, it's not at all. And you know, Milos is already on my ass about, okay, next show, Egypt. Let's get to work. So back in the gym this afternoon, back to work, and we try to be better for Egypt as well. So yeah.
Well, I mean, also you took out some good names like Andrea Presti and you know, and all the other guys that, you know, Tim Buddersheim. You know, these are big names. These are heavy hitters. You know, and you beat them comfortably there. You beat them comfortably.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, definitely. You know, and it's like, okay, you want to set apart this year. You want to make sure you set a message where, you know, we've been coming, but now we're finally here, and you know what, this is crazy. Now wait to see what we bring next year, because right now we've just got a taste for what it's like to truly bring our best and what it's like to truly be hungry and go for it. So it's only going to get more, you know, more pressure from us and more worse for them. So let's keep going. I'm
predicting you'll be top 10 Olympia next year. Yeah.
Oh man, that would be my dream going to the Olympia. Honestly,
that's going to happen. Samson, it is going to happen. I think we all know that now.
Oh man, that is my dream going to Olympia. I wouldn't even ask for more. I'm like, you know, with that, I'm like, life goal truly fulfilled right there. Yep. So that is a plan, hopefully, you know.
We're going to see a British Sean Roden flex wheeler hybrid on stage at Olympia next year, 285 with a 30-inch waist, hitting the vacuum with the aesthetics like we haven't seen for quite a few years.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. Really, thank you so much for the support. You know, cool. Really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to the future, honestly.
Good. No, well, like I said, after last year, I think there's not a bodybuilding fan on the planet that isn't rooting for you, mate. So I think it's a nice ending to a very kind of turbulent story there, you know. But
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, then, mate. I'll let you go, and thank you for coming on at short notice because I wanted to grab you right in the morning after the show and find out what was happening. And like I said, good luck in Egypt, and good luck. And like I said, we'll keep a close eye, mate, and we'll speak to you soon.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Samson.
Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And welcome back to MD Global Muscle here at the Rise Media Studio with me, your host, Giles Thomas. And we're joined all the way for somewhere in Rome, the day after the Yamamoto Pro, Theo LeGuerrier and Mauro Sassi, who's just joined us.
Yeah, just right now.
Ciao.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
Right, well, literally right before we started filming, Mauro just jumped in, so he hijacked this interview. So, but we're really happy to have you here, Mauro, and obviously Theo.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
And looking very cool in your sunglasses, guys.
Yeah, okay, it's good, yeah. Because people don't sleep too much. The show yesterday is not finished very late, but was very amazing show.
Yeah, very long day for Mauro and all the athletes. And because he make a great job with a lot of athletes.
Yes, because who did you have in? You had Andrea Presti and obviously Theo, Mauro.
Yeah, in top 5, and also an amateur heavyweight class.
Fantastic. So,
but he's a new guys.
So obviously I was because I didn't watch the live stream yesterday. I wasn't watching it live, and then the results came in very early. The show finished very early, didn't it?
Yeah, very early. I think the problem with the COVID. Because for the rent of the place there we it's possible to do like maximum 8:30. You know, the place where I was at the show,
right,
is possible to stay like no more than 8 o'clock, 8:30. Then we very quickly because start men physique and bodybuilding, and that's it.
Just two classes,
two category.
So Theo, you've had a pretty amazing year. First call out in what is that? Every single show you've done now?
Yeah. I'm very proud of this because this is a long year. I have a good result of in any show, and yesterday I think I have my best shape ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I confirm it.
Yeah, and I'm proud of that. It's possible to bring more place, I think. But I am in good shape. I am young, and I have the time for improve that.
See, I didn't really. I mean, this is the morning time we're recording this, and I've not seen. We're going to do the live stream review after this. We're gonna go through it properly and look at it properly. So I've only seen very little stuff on Instagram. The lighting was quite difficult to tell whether you were better than the Arnold UK, which I think was your best conditioning ever. Fantastic job, by the way, both of you.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm much drier and much fuller, like Arnold. You know.
Wow.
Yeah. You say correctly, Jean, because the light was bad in the amateur. I called the photographer and a couple of guys that work with the image of the show. It was one athlete black, one athlete white in the amateur show. And after finish amateur, when you finish the show, it was like 10:30 in the night. And then we were talking with the light man, you know, the man who is working with the light.
Yeah. And
also with Bill, there is like a presenter of the show. That I say it's not possible tomorrow for the pro have the same light, because if the light is not perfect, don't see the job, especially in the Theo. Theo in the room looks amazing. Tree in the back, Christmas tree. I'm not because I'm coach Theo, but because it's the real. And then in the stage was very good. I think it's the best glute in the back in the stage. What is possible to do, Theo, of course, because Nathan is unbeatable. Back pose of Nathan was amazing. Number 1, absolutely. But the light don't show exactly what is the real condition of the Theo.
Yeah. Well, I just spoke to Samson, and he said the same when he was watching the amateur. He said, guys, we've got a problem. We've got a problem with the lighting. We need to fix this for the pro, because like when I saw your pictures from the Arnold UK, the lighting was so good, Theo. I couldn't believe how amazing you looked at the Arnold UK. You looked absolutely fantastic. So you're saying he looked even better at this show.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Wow, Jesus! So
Yeah.
that's crazy. So how do you feel then? How do you feel? I mean, are you going to do any more shows now, Theo? For now?
No. I finished for this year.
Oh,
I just
no.
yeah.
Oh, well, I suppose you've been prepping a while, haven't you?
No, but this is for a good reason, because I want to return with another shape, with a good improvement.
Egypt?
No,
Come
because
on.
friends.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You sure?
Compete for many shows this year.
So how many points do you have now going into next year? Because you've got two pretty good places there, third and fifth.
I think 10 of 11. I don't know. 10 of 11. This is a good option to start the new season.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I just thought with all the post-Olympia shows, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to try and pick up a decent amount of points, or, because you've been first call out, fifth at Puerto Rico, Portugal, Alicante, Arnold UK, and you've been first call out in every single one. You've been in the top 5, and you've got top 3 at the Arnold UK. And
in the last season, and the same year, in the British Grand Prix, I'm in the top 5, and in the Romanian, I'm in top 3.
So you've never been out of the top 5, have you?
What?
Have you ever been out of the top 5 as a pro?
No.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And you 29?
29, yeah.
29, absolutely incredible. So have you given any thoughts to next year now, or is that just too soon?
No, next year. Next year, I want to progress on my body parts, especially my arms, my lower back, and hamstring, and I bring the first place next show.
I honestly, I think I was speaking about you with Ron Harris on the preview, and I said I think Theo's one of the most underrated and under-talked about athletes right now. But I think after this year, I think people are really he's going to be on people's radar, because you weren't in conversations for a lot of these shows for being top 5, but you've made top 5 and top 3 in all of these events now. You're 29, you've got fantastic symmetry. It's funny because I don't realize how big you are until you stand next to these other guys. You stood next to Rulli and all these guys, and you weren't outsized at all.
And he dominated the stage. This is very important. How do you feel in the athlete when you step on stage? I saw many athletes with a phenomenal genetic, good condition when you step, but when he step on stage, it's scary. It's not like Theo is comfortable, not arrogant, but very, very good, comfortable stay on the stage for the posing, for transition and everything.
Yeah, because I'm happy to be here.
But the thing is, you're a guy that's not just got aesthetic. A lot of the aesthetic guys are smaller, and they have to rely on their aesthetics to do well. But you don't. You have aesthetics and size. You're a big competitor.
Yeah, and I want to follow this way, and not to grow too much for lose this line. This symmetry and this balance. And Mauro is a very good coach for that, because he has the same vision of me, and he work in the same way.
Yeah, you've not coming off. You've never been off once.
No.
You've not been off condition once. You've just got better and better and better all year.
Yeah, really, yeah.
But just today morning in the breakfast, I talked with the head judge, Mr. Mazzali, and then he confirmed that we need still aesthetic in bodybuilding. Don't lose that, the proportion, symmetry, frame, because many people think that bodybuilding is only big muscle, but control the belly, transition. This is a most important. This is a big message for the many bodybuilders that they check it out too much. The scale increase.
Yeah, and Steve tell me the same in Arnold. After Arnold, and Steve said he tell me save that and you look healthy. It's very important now.
I mean, you've got Samson, who's like 280 with a vacuum, at like beautiful aesthetics, like a Sean Roden flex wheeler type. Nathan brought a more aesthetic package to this show than he did at the Arnold UK. The waist was smaller. So like you say, Mauro, it's becoming...
more separation on the legs, especially on the back. And Nathan, I have a good condition.
Better than him.
Better condition like England.
Because I saw the UK Arnold in streaming.
Right.
Because he was in Dubai. Remember that you make an interview with me, Andrea.
Yeah.
But now Nathan in the real, for me, looks much better. Drier, more separation.
Yeah, more separation on the legs, striation on the legs, and in Arnold is not the same. Now he's very better.
Mauro, how close was it between Theo and Andrea?
Andrea was much impressive. For me, it's difficult because I coach for both guys in the same team.
Yeah, but you know their physiques well.
Yeah, but I'm no. What do you say? I'm just coaching because sometimes I don't want to see if Arbeda is the best friend or Andrea is the best friend. I cut the head. I just want to check the body.
That's why I'm asking you.
For my opinion, yesterday, Theo was very good condition, very good. He's probably lost with Andrea in the front double bicep because the future, the plan for the to work it will be more separation between the bicep and the triceps.
Yeah.
First pose. And more thickness and more size in the legs, hamstring. And that's it. I think that Andrea just coming to Olympia, this was, for me, was very close between him and Andrea.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, not detailed, but a little bit more work at Theo, because I worked long time with Andrea, 6 years. I worked with Theo with just 2 years.
Okay.
You know, want to change and make a big improve to shock the judges, to say, wow, Theo or Andrea make a big improve, they need more time.
Because they're two completely different sorts of physiques as well, aren't they? Completely different. Yeah.
But the back, for me, the best pose of Theo is a back double bicep, last spread back, but everything, total package is a Theo. Is not like have a weak posing. All posing, he show his body, what he have the best. This is a big point for Theo, how much he show his body. You understand me? In the stage, this is very, very best important for the posing. He posed very well, very well.
How was the show generally? Because obviously it's the Yamamoto Pro Cup. You're both, you're with Yamamoto. And it was moved from San Marino. What was it like? Was it good in Rome? What was it? Was it a good venue? What was it like?
Who's talking? You and me. Me.
Yeah,
me. Sure. Was from Rome.
As a competitor.
No, their show was amazing because many people in the audience.
Yeah.
There was like a response. So Theo LeGuerrier from France. Wow, this is like a stadium was.
Yeah.
This is difficult to see in the bodybuilding show.
I think you have a very good energy in Europe for the show, especially in Italian and British, because the people is very proud to have a pro show and have an athlete. Not the same in American or other country. This is like a football stadium, in the British, in Italy. This is the same. This is you have a corn, you have
fantastic. Yeah, wow, good.
People it's too hot, and this is the same in the Arnold in UK when the British athlete come to the stage. This is a very good ambience, and I really liked it. I appreciate that because I'm not Italian, and yesterday I feel like my home because my coach, the best coach Italian, and the people is proud to this, Yeah. This is a proud country, and he support me yesterday, and I really appreciate it.
Bringing a better package to this show as opposed to the Arnold UK, was it because you had Mauro with you, do you say? Or was it just because you were prepping longer and you just got better?
No,
this is half and half.
Every show after finish, show with a analysis with all my guys there, what to do for the future, for the next show. I say, Theo, we try to be extreme condition. Extreme condition is never wrong.
Yeah, and show after show, Mauro shows the details, show my reaction, and more, And he worked with Mauro since 2 years.
Yeah.
This is not very long. And now Mauro improve the work because he have more information, for me, for my reaction, and me, I have most experience, and the time worked good for me this year because show after show, I improve my condition, and Mauro saves the density and saves the volume.
There are that show, especially like a technical situation, they're not loading a lot with the carbs.
No.
And they stay like close to 3-4 days with very, very low carbs, but still don't come empty. Every 2 hours, the day of the show, I check it out condition. Theo and Andrea.
Yeah.
Because the body is possible to change just where I feel, not like an unbelievable change, but in 2 hours, it's possible to see the difference in bed or in weekends.
I think
that was the point to take the low carbs, very low carbs, close to the show, this show in Rome.
I think at the Arnold UK, that's when I thought I saw an improvement in your back shots. They were crisper, tighter, everything. That's why I felt like you took a big step forward in your back shots. Everything. Maybe it was just the lighting, but to me, you looked a lot more improved, especially in your back shots.
I promise you, Jill, if I have this condition in the light of Arnold.
No, I'm gonna watch the live stream today. And I'm going to look at it properly because I've not really had chance to compare.
It's possible to post the photo in Instagram. You see.
Okay. Did you see the picture I posted? That kneeling shot. Theo, that picture. Did you see the picture of you I posted on Global and MD? The kneeling, the twisting. Yeah. Oh wow! What a.
Thank you.
Incredible. That's because. It's difficult to know your height and weight because what's your height and what's your weight?
Before the water manipulation.
Yeah.
120.
Wow.
Yeah, and after I don't know because I'm not waiting.
260.
Yeah.
You look it as well.
Some Italian people ask me why. Theo don't compete in 212. I say, guys, because in the picture probably Theo looks small. I don't know why it was. That's terrible, stupid question. Yeah. But I say, guys, the Theo in the real is big and huge and taller. Not small guys for 212.
Yes, in Instagram I look not bigger.
I know. It's crazy.
It's possible. It's my proportion.
Yeah.
So. And in the real, a lot of people say, wow, in real, you're big.
All that matters is how you look when you're stood next to the Rulis, the Nathans, and you compare very well. The Hassans and all these guys like you did at Puerto Rico and Akeem. I mean, you didn't look small next to Akeem Williams. That's saying something.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
In real, this is really different. Yeah.
Cool. So what's the plans today then? You off to the Coliseum or?
No. I just have a train to come back because I was my house 1 month ago. I go Dubai, Orlando, and direct to Rome. Yeah.
Wow. I hope you've got no pets because they'll be dead.
I go to go home because it's 1 month outside of the home.
Right. Well, it's getting very noisy there, so I'm going to let you guys go. But you can enjoy some nice pasta today, so because you're allowed.
I don't hear because he's there.
Sorry. All right, guys. Well, I'll let you go. But Theo, what a fantastic year, mate. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. I put you in my I put you in my MD column again, and I said, "Hang on, I think I've got it here. Actually, hang on, I've got it here. I hope it's the right same. Yeah, look.
Oh,
wow.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
I'm not bullshitting. Right, thank you guys, and fantastic, like I said, fantastic year, Theo. Great job, Mauro, with Andrea and Theo and all your other clients. Just keep doing what you're doing, guys, and living the dream.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Much stronger.
Yeah.
For bring the first place.
2022 is going to be a great year for you. I can feel it.
Yeah, I work for that. Thank you, Jill.
All right then, guys. Thank you so much.
Hey.
Ciao.
Ciao. Bye-bye. And welcome back to MD Global Muscle here at the Unrise Music Studio with me, your host, Giles. I'm joined all the way from Barnsley, Rob Taylor.
From sunny Barnsley.
Sunny Barnsley, 45 minutes away.
Currently in Rome.
Yeah. So, sorry. Hang on a minute. Sorry. I've completely contradicted myself because I just asked you before we started filming. I said, "Are you back home?" And you said, "No, I'm still in Rome." So I was sorry about that. Completely wrong.
I get home tomorrow, mate.
So then, mate, the last time we spoke, you'd not long competed at the Alicante, your pro debut. You took 8th place. And you just did the Rome Yamamoto Pro show yesterday. Tell us about it. Yes. What was it like?
Right, mate. The whole experience was good. I brought a much better package. I competed in Alicante at 220. I was 234 pound on stage in Rome.
Wow.
In same condition. Because I was sick. I told you I was sick. You remember I told you I was sick in Alicante?
Yeah.
So obviously I had a nice clean prep, 8 week, a good rebound. And obviously I thought I fetched me best package to date.
Holy shit. Okay. So, because the reason the last time we spoke, you said you had some dodgy salmon and you ended up on stage at 100 kilo, which is 220 pounds.
Correct.
And you said the goal for this, you wanted, at your best, you thought you'd be sitting around 228, 230, but you came in at 234.
Correct, mate. Yeah, correct.
Wow, okay. Because I still haven't seen a huge amount of pictures because usually it takes a couple of days because the show was literally last night.
Yes,
so,
mate.
Are you happy with the package? Happy with everything?
What, mate? Sorry.
Are you happy? Really happy with the package and everything? You happy you brought your best?
Yeah, it's just obviously it's a bit of pill to swallow because I fetched my best package and I placed lower and I believe I got very overlooked. Very, everybody, Flex Lewis, everybody told me I got overlooked, that there was something not right there.
I mean, I was in Alicante and you were brought out a lot, you were moved around a lot.
Correct.
I've not seen the live stream yet, so I can't comment. So were you moved around as much and brought out as much in this one?
No. So basically, they put me in the third call out, which I don't know why, and then they put me centre third call out. Mm-hmm. And that's it. There were no other comparisons. Then they come and did us routines, and the top 9 then the top 9 come back on. But bearing in mind I was in the middle of the last call out, that don't put me in top 9, but they brought me back out for top 9. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm a bit confused.
I didn't really get compared to any at second call out or anything. So
yeah.
And you'll see from the pictures, mate, I was as crisp as Alicante with 14 pound more tissue.
Do you know what it is? It's difficult for me to comment because both shows you've done now, the lighting wasn't great. Yeah.
We can. You'll even see from the comparisons to the other guys, you know, our night, I was shredded, shredded.
Oh, do you know what? It makes it even more of a bitter pill, I think, really, because you weren't in the UK and you wanted to do it because the lighting there was superb.
Correct.
Oh,
mate.
No.
Yeah, and I thought, right, I'm going to do Rome because obviously I didn't enjoy Alicante because I was sick. Mm-hmm. And I've come out here, I've done another 8-week dieting. I've come out here, brought a better package and not got rewarded for it. So it was I was going to shut it down for the season, but then it's like, I can't shut it down at this now.
Yeah.
I don't think the job's done, Even my wife said, she wanted me to shut it down. She said, Rob, you can't stop now. You'll not live it down,
I like the way she thinks.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I think because for this year there is an unusual amount of post Olympia shows, and they're all over this side of the world. I think you'd be crazy not to do more shows because you've got Romania, Alicante, Prague, and Egypt. So which ones are you thinking?
Right. So obviously the hard bit was holding the condition from Alicante, the 8 weeks. So I've got through the hard bit. Now you've got Egypt in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. And then I think you've got Prague, Romania, and Spain.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to hit Egypt first, the first show. Mm-hmm. So I've took today off plan. I'm eating plenty of pizzas today.
Good man.
I'll be like a water buffalo playing home, and then back on diet. Then I'll fly out to Egypt next week. They've invited me. I've got an email going to invite me out there.
Good.
And then I'm just going to play it by ear, see how I do. I'll know when enough's enough. You know what I mean, Giles? You know when enough's enough.
Do you think you can be better? Because you said to me, look, I know my physique. I know 228 to 230 is my sweet spot. Do you think you maybe need to come down more to that, or just basically bring again what you did last night?
I think, mate, I'll be completely honest. I just think I was overlooked.
Right.
I don't think I'm rewarded for the package. You understand? So I think I were happy with how I looked. So I think if I brought that in front of a different set of eyes, that would be rewarded.
Yeah. Did I see a photo of you next to Rowley?
Yes, mate. Yeah, you'll see one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you look on my page now, my posing routine.
Right.
That's done. If you look on my page, go on my posing routine, you'll see how crisp or peeled.
Right. I'm gonna go and check everything. I'm gonna go really look. But it's so difficult when the lighting wasn't good. It's really frustrating, you know.
Because we've got loads of we've got loads of comparisons, loads of photos, and to be honest, mate, you'll see night and day.
Yeah.
I was shredded, mate. I was shredded, you know, and I was bigger.
Yeah. Well, I think Egypt's going to be a really, really good show. I think that's a really good one to choose.
Do you know anybody who's doing it? I know Shaban's, I think, is doing it. Shaban's on about doing it. It's local.
Mohamed El Imam.
Yes, mate. Yeah, I think he's doing it.
Nathan Samson.
Is Nathan doing it? He told me he's not, but he always turns up and ruins my day.
yeah. I had him on earlier on today, and he said he wants to do it. He wants to. I think he wants to do Prague as well.
Last night he's not doing it. We went out with food with Nathan and Rowley, and Nathan said, "No, I'll not do it, Rob. I'll not do it." Keeps setting me up.
Well, 12 hours later, he's changed his mind.
Is it? He loves that prize money, mate. That's what it is. He loves that prize money too much.
Yeah. So what was it like as another experience competing as a pro in the thing is, mate, you're going up against good competition there. You got Rulli, you got Nathan. I mean, you're going up really good lineup. It was a good deep lineup. It's same as Alicante.
Yeah. So like the two shows of it has been the two toughest lineups, you know. And then arguably the Arnolds in the UK, what I wanted to do was a great lineup, but it wasn't this standard.
Yeah.
So like I've kind of missed out on the one that I'm in front of my own crowd, and you know what I mean. I've had to fly out here, and I've all the stress of leaving the kids at home and things like that. And obviously, the two lineups I've done. But I always say, mate, you know, if you want to be the best, you need to test yourself against the best.
100%.
I think you know the good lessons to take away from it.
Yeah. So well, I think top 10 in two very tough shows, and like I said, it wasn't like you were 8th out of 9, or you know, these were big lineups of 20 plus.
Yeah, and you'll see, mate. You'll see from the photos that you'll see where I should have been.
Yeah.
You know, bodybuilding's about symmetry and conditioning for me as well. And you remember, I'm only a 5'6" guy. So if I went on stage at 234 pounds, if you've got a guy at 5'8" and he's bringing 245, 250, there's not height to weight muscle ratio. There's not much difference if you look at that.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, I thought you could keep talking. I think you'll remind me of like a British Ronnie Raquel. I think that's the best. If I was to describe you to some Americans, I'd say, look, he's that same sort of height, structure, kind of symmetry, thickness, roundness. He's kind of not missing anything. That's how I would kind of describe your physique, because it's kind of compact and thick.
Yes, mate. Yeah, and obviously I get dry as well, really dry.
Yes.
From my glutes and lower back and things like that. So, but the difference this prep was, Giles, was. The first prep for Alicante, I went to Dubai and lived with Jamie. This prep I did at home. Mm-hmm. And obviously I've got like the businesses, and I've got obviously the wife and the kids at home. Yeah. And then my son got sick just before the show, and that hit me hard. Obviously he's dealing with all things like that. So, but I found prep at home a lot better, mate, I'll be honest.
Really? I'm
around more, in my own surroundings.
It's funny, some athletes like Nathan, they prefer to go to Dubai and be like Brandon Curry says, look, Brandon Curry's like you, he's got kids and family, and like he could not really progress properly in that environment. He has to take himself out to, like Dubai or Kuwait or something like that, like you did. But you find it better being at home then?
What I found was, in Dubai, I end up overtraining.
Okay.
To compensate for like boredom, or compensate for missing my kids or missing my family. So I'll end up overdoing it, if you know what I mean. So or the only difference being at home is you've got the daily stress of being a dad, which is like, which I love, I embrace, but you're not really there. You're there in spirit, but you're not really there in person, if you know what I mean. So I found being at home obviously hard, but it's very rewarding, mate. It's very rewarding, as it's plus sides for me.
So what was the show like itself then? Because obviously it was the San Marino that moved to Rome. Yes. What was it like as an experience?
Right, so I think the venue were good, very well organised. They did I don't think they give the athletes enough chance for comparisons, especially in the bottom tiers. But
Why?
they gave up most athletes, top 10 athletes, I think, their opportunity to do the routines, which were good.
Yeah.
It was a very good show, mate. I enjoyed it. Obviously, I just think the judging weren't really good.
Well, what I don't understand though, because I mean, I know that the show finished early because I wasn't watching the live stream. I wasn't really. I wanted to follow it today, scrutinize it today when we were filming. I don't understand. It was only 2 categories. Why did they not? It's not like the Arnold Classic where there's so many divisions and so many categories. Why did they not really pull them out and pull you guys and compare you? Like do like a real double the amount of comparisons. Why?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like when we had the athletes meeting on the Friday, they said because there's two classes, they're going to really work us, really put us through it, and they didn't. And I actually got to the venue at 5:30 once it started because I thought men's physique, they're going to really work them. We're not going to be on stage till about 8 o'clock. I got to the venue 5:30. Nathan and Sam started pumping up.
Oh shit!
So I walked in. I didn't have any pants on.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's my luck. But
wow.
Yeah, mate. To be honest though, but it's been good out here. You know, we've got to see Rome today, but I've literally lived like a monk in my room for 3 days being in Rome because I'm very regimented.
Yeah.
I pose literally. If I have 7 meals a day, I pose before every meal 5 rounds.
Wow.
For 3 days.
Holy shit.
I drill it. I send pictures to Jamie before every meal.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Did you have fun last night going out with Nathan and Rulli and that lot?
Yeah, the crazy them Scousers. I needed a translator, mate. I couldn't listen. I couldn't hear what he was saying.
Yeah. So Nathan's won 9 shows now. Sorry.
Yeah, he's smashing it, Nathan. He's smashing it. And it was good to see that, like, obviously, I mean, like, to him beating Rolly twice now, it's kind of like nailed it in this year.
Yeah.
I know he'd be going for that 10th win. He told me that he won't do any more shows. He says that's it. But
well, I think he won't. I think he changed his mind when he came home because he had an English breakfast this morning. I think maybe the calories got him feeling good again, and his energy levels are up. All the fats and all the bacon and the eggs and stuff.
That's it.
Wow. Okay then, mate. Well, I wanted to get you on just to kind of get that update and kind of see how you're feeling, and I wanted to find out what was next for you. But I don't be discouraged, mate. I think this is a good. I think you're placing well in good shows. I mean, you probably should have got more call outs and more comparisons because that photo next to Rulli, mate. You know, Rulli's the freak, and you weren't being out freaked, really. If that's fair.
No, man. And you know, like I said, Rolly's a big boy, very big boy. But you look at condition, mate. Night and day different.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm never one to pull anybody down, but I was peeled compared to these guys.
Do you think Samson was robbed of second there?
Samson should have got second.
Yeah.
100%, night and day. Like a blind man could have called that.
Yeah, I've been looking at some of the pictures because in the hot news, and I was like, we were zooming right in, and I was thinking, hang on a minute. I was thinking, okay, let's have a look from the other angle, different pose, and I just thought, okay, then Rolly's bigger, but you know, he's got finesse, you know. Yeah,
Samson, way he presents himself on stage, the way he poses, the way he carries himself, his muscle, the lines, the cleanness through the muscles. Night and day should have got second. Night and day.
Yeah.
We're in Nathan and Samson, that's how it should have been.
Well, I think British bodybuilding... Sorry, go on.
Personally, mate, I think Roll is a great athlete, but it's not been his year this year. And, to be honest, mate, he shouldn't even been in top 5.
Oh, really?
Mate, anybody will tell you that.
Wow. Sorry, I'm a huge Rolly fan, so I'm just trying to process that.
I am too, mate. I am too. I mean, went out food with him afterwards, you know. I'm a huge fan, but, you know, you've got to reward hard work and conditioning, mate. And, you know, like Theo looked good. I would have had, personally, mate, Nathan, Samson, Theo third, and then maybe Tim fourth.
Tim fourth. Wow. Okay. I've seen Tim better. I think these last couple of shows he's got a bit too heavy, isn't he?
Dropping off a bit. Yeah, dropping off a bit.
Yeah.
But then I still think you're better than Rolly.
Wow.
Oh, they're off. Mile off.
So you're definitely down. Have you contacted the promoter? Spoke to Cost Squad. What's his name? Islam Kotam.
Yeah. So they emailed me prior to this show, and I said it all depends on the show how it goes. I've emailed them back today saying that I want to do it. Obviously because they're doing they're sorting the hotel and things. So, but I'll be going with my wife and kids.
Right.
I'm going to keep it a secret. There's no point. Is there?
There's no point. I've got to squeeze it out of you.
No, mate. It's your life, so all the whole world knows.
Fantastic. Well, I hope to God they've got good lighting, because I like to see good. It's nice to be able to properly compare and see how athletes look from one show to the next. Because I couldn't even, like say Samson, I couldn't tell whether he looked better at the Arnold UK or worse. I couldn't tell because the lighting was so bad compared to the Arnold UK. It's difficult to make a comparison, you know? Yeah,
it is. Yeah, I mean, like Nathan were on. Yeah. Looked good. Nathan looked really good.
What happened to his waist?
Pardon, mate?
What happened to his waist?
Tiny, mate. He's tiny. Crazy. I think he's had to have no trunks, mate.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, British bodybuilding is absolutely on a roll. We had James Hollinshead in the Olympia. We've got you now making good impact in the first 2 pro shows. Samson, oh my God, Nathan, Jamie. It's incredible at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's booming for British bodybuilding at the minute. It's good to see.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's great to see, mate. You know what I mean? There's got a lot of hype, and it's good that a lot of lads are behind us as well. You know, and we're all building each other up, and we're all going at the same shows as well, and it's creating like that buzz again.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Because I think there's that many good pros now in the UK. You, like you said, you all seem to be I see on the Instagram, I see you all supporting each other, commenting, and pictures together, and
that's how it should be, mate. That's how it should be. People need to realise it's not MMA.
Yeah.
It's bodybuilding, and the best man should win. And it's like, we're all going through the same journey. We're all dieting, suffering. Well, most of us are. It's good to have some positive feedback and not negative for once.
Yeah, and it's those guys on the table in front of you that make the decisions, not each other.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. You know what I mean? You can't get monk on with somebody because the judges have called it that way or other way. It's down to them, mate, at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a subjective sport, innit? So it's down to what they prefer on the day. Some like conditioning, some like fullness.
Yeah. So how's your son?
Okay now, mate. Okay, yeah. So they get him some basically, when I come back from Alicante, he must have picked a virus up, and he was coughing really bad. Really bad. Right. But he got to a point where he couldn't breathe.
Oh, shit.
So one night, obviously, my wife, Abby, she phoned the ambulance for him, and they gave him some steroid spray to open his airwaves up. Mm-hmm. But it's just, the way I felt bad was because I were on prep. I didn't want to, my immune system's that low anyway, because my body fat. I didn't want to go near him in case it was viral.
Yeah.
An infection. So I'm thinking, on one hand, I'm his dad. On the other hand, I can't go near him because I'm a week out from a show.
Yeah.
So playing tricks on my mind, do you know what I mean?
Well, it was like when, Kamal came back from the Olympia. He said they all had to be in separate rooms when he got COVID and everything. They had to be in separate rooms. He said being in the same house as my kids. I hadn't seen them for months. I couldn't hug them. He said it's really hard.
It is hard, mate. You know what I mean? If you're a family man and they mean everything to you, little things like that, they do play in your mind. Especially latter end of prep as well. Like you overthink things anyway.
Yeah. Rob,
so we're all good back home now, mate. All good.
Good. That's good to hear, because that must be stressful when you're trying to compete and all that's kind of going on back home, and and the mixed feelings and everything. How you feeling?
I think competing's the easy bit. It's the outside influences in life that's the hard bit.
Yeah.
We all do it because we love training. We must love to diet and must love to suffer and love the cardio, else we wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's the outside influences that causes stress that's the issue, I think. But that's why I think when Nathan goes to Kuwait or people go away, it kind of takes that away.
Yeah.
But I think to me it only masks it, because if something goes off back home and you get to hear about it, you can't deal with it because you're in a different country. So it's it's hard, and it's an hard one.
Yeah. So when do you go back to Barnsley? When you're still in Rome now?
Sunny Barnsley, mate. We're on a plane tomorrow. We're back at dinner time tomorrow. Back to reality.
Oh, well, mate, you're in one of the best places in the world for proper food post show, mate. I mean, in bloody Rome, it's incredible.
Tell me about it, mate. Tell me. So I've been dieting hard, and today I'd really gone in on the food, on the pizza, pasta, ice creams.
Nice. Well, that's good to hear. Well, I'm excited for Egypt, mate, and let's hope you get a good look in, and and it'll be nice. Like I said, it's so difficult to be able to see how different you look. I've seen a couple of shots look fantastic. But, I need to see more. I want to see more to properly study them.
What we'll do is I'll send you some over as well, bud. Send you some over on DM, what my camera guy's got, the comparisons. Mm-hmm. Because even though the live stream or the lighting looked bad, from a camera guy's point of view, it was fantastic.
Oh, good.
So my guys got some very clear images of everybody.
Fantastic.
So you can send them over and you can take a look, and if you want to use them and whatever for people to see, whatever, do you know what I mean?
Okay. No, I appreciate that because I can edit that into for this episode, you know, because I do the editing Tuesday tomorrow, so before it goes out.
Yeah, cool. So when will this be going live so I can let people know?
Wednesday, 9:15 a.m. EST.
Perfect. I'll let people know, buddy. Appreciate you having me on.
All right then, Rob. Thank you so much, mate, and enjoy your day in Rome. And like I said, all the best for the prep and all the best for Egypt. And glad to hear your family's okay. So
appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, buddy. See you soon.
Bye bye. Bye bye. And welcome back to MD Global Muscle here at the Unrise Media Studio with me, your host, Giles Thomas. And we're joined all the way from Rome, Italy, the champ, Yamamoto Pro Open winner, Nathan Asha.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
Oh, how'd you feel, mate?
Today's good, bro. Today's hit me more than the Arnold, just because I believe I'm on the verge of doing something great at the moment for UK bodybuilding, and that's getting double figures in pro wins. So, you know, the Arnold was my 8th win, but now I'm on the verge of getting 10, which is a good achievement, I think, in any aspect of any sport. So this one's hit me hard, man. It's good.
So, hang on, Dorian won
15.
50, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, well, obviously Dorian Yates. But, so, I mean, are you going to finish the year with possibly even 11 wins by the looks of it?
We're hoping to, bro. Yeah, we're hoping to. We've heard a few guys from the Olympia are going to Egypt. I had no intention of going to Egypt, but now people have said they're going. I'm going to put my name in the hat and go for them straight away.
Fantastic. Oh, mate, fantastic. Because they're giving a car away. There's big prize money. I know Rami's going to be there in attendance. It's going to be a big event, with this promoter.
Yeah, mate. You know, they asked me the other day to go. I had no intention, to be honest, because it's Egypt. It's a bit far and stuff, and they're traveling, and I've made commitments to Dubai Fit Expo with Panate.
Oh, yeah.
We're speaking to them over yesterday and today. We can possibly do a day Fit Expo in Dubai, and then I can just fly to Egypt, carb up on the plane, and just jump on stage.
So you did Alicante, had a 4-week prep. You were in quarantine 5 weeks before. Didn't get could get to the gym, couldn't eat properly. You're an anomaly, mate.
Just try, mate. Just try my best to bring a different package, my best package.
Yeah.
To every show, you know, and I just want to give the fans some, some entertainment in the sport and people around the world something to see one of their athletes compete around the world and travel, because the restrictions we're at now, not everyone can travel, bro. So, I'm fortunate. I'm lucky enough to be able to travel. So that being said, man, while I'm in shape, then why not do it? I've never been a bodybuilder to just do one show. I don't believe in that. I think that's being a pussy and just, some people say it's good because you're prepping for that one show, but, go to other shows. You're a bodybuilder. You're here for a short time, not a long time. Make your mark and just compete,
Yeah. I remember when you told me, like I said, the San Marino in 2017, you were there just watching in attendance. And you said, I'm going to bring this look for this show, that look for that show. And I remember actually kind of almost rolling my eyes a little bit. But every single year you've competed, you've done that. And so anyway, yesterday, when you posted that, where were you? You just had your tan put on?
Just on my tan done at the side of the tanning booth. It wasn't the best light. I said to him, I basically had ate one meal. My coach said to me, what's your next meal? I said, I'm going to put some body in the body. He laughed. I had 6 ounces of vodka.
Did you?
Yeah. I had 6 ounces of vodka. And then I said, I'll send you a picture of the tanning.
Yeah.
I sent him a picture. He said, Nathan, very good, very good. And then, we had 2 meals after that. I started feeling a lot better. And then I was literally on my backside at the show at 3 o'clock, waiting to go on stage, and game time. And I got bored, and I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to put a picture up on Instagram because, too many people say, oh, the lighting shit, you're not in shape. And, you know, the lighting doesn't justify everything because, you know, these promoters are trying to do the best of both worlds. They want the best lighting for the live stream, and they want the best lighting for the guys, you know, and the judges there. So, you know, without giving the promoters slap that everyone's doing lately, you know, online, I just thought, fucking out, you know, why hide? Post it. I'm ready. I'm here. Everyone knows I'm doing it. And see what happens. Literally, mate, the post went off within like 5 minutes.
Yep.
And then people ask me to tag them in it, can they use it? And I'm saying, look, if you want to use it, use it. If you don't, you don't. And then, you know, people were saying we're giving other negative thoughts on the post and negative thoughts of people who are competing. I'm tired, man. Like, you know, I'm slightly confident with myself, but at the same time, I'm tired of people in the sport giving a lot of guys bullshit and slack and saying, you know, disrespecting the people who are on stage and the package they bring. So I thought if we can post it, bring a bit of positivity, then that was and that was the aim, to be honest, you know.
What the hell happened to your waist? Fucking disappeared, mate. It's disappeared. I thought, because honestly, I looked at it and I thought, you know what? If that was a still, I'd be zooming in to see if there's some photoshopping going on. Seriously, that's truth.
No, people were just people were trying to give me shit. Saying my waist was blew out for the Arnold, and I was just basically saying, look, man, like it wasn't. It's just the angle you caught me at. You try and go, you know, 7 or 8 rounds, and you try and not breathe. You know, Steve made us fucking work, bro. And you know, you do gas out. You do have to breathe out. But over the past, you know, 2-3 weeks from then, I've been putting 45 minutes in, 50 minutes in every day posing. And now, man, like I can just go through the mandatories and the poses like it's fucking a walk in the park and keep my waist down, you know. And even though I trained at the Arnold for posing every day, and also at the same time, me and the coach wanted to bring a tighter package. Before, you know, we were tight with the Arnold, man. We were tight as shit, but we thought we could, you know, you can always improve, right? Yeah. So we wanted to improve a little bit more, and we kept pushing the boundaries. But we came in, you know. I think it was like a pound or 2 pounds heavier yesterday than we was at the Arnold.
Really?
Yeah.
And your waist was smaller?
Yeah, I was yesterday. I was 118.6 kilo.
Jeez. Do you know what? When you say that, I remember when you turned pro at the 2014 British finals, and you were what, 99 something kilo.
99.9 kilo.
99.9, so you made it by a squeak. So what, you were there, 218, and now you're like, what, 40 pounds heavier?
Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy. It's crazy, mate. God, I remember interviewing you backstage, and like it's just, and then I remember seeing you, obviously, sorry, I'm going back a little bit here, I know. But then it went to Body Power, and then you came out, and you gave Ruley absolute hell in your pro debut. And just to see the progression, and you've managed to I think you've actually improved your aesthetics as you've got bigger, which is a real feat in itself.
Yeah, man. I'm not the biggest bodybuilder. I never will be. I never say that I am going to be either. You know, I win on my attributes, and that's what I play to. You know, I have round muscle bellies. I flow a lot. Okay, I have a fucking long ass torso, but I can't do shit about that. You know, and that's just an incision that we can't change, and some judges seem to like it, some judges don't. So I just play to my advantages. I think it looks cool. I just gotta keep playing to my strength, bro. And I know that every show, everyone says, "Oh, this show's gonna be good. This show's gonna be good," but not everyone turns up, bro. Like not everyone turns up, and for me, I believe I turn every single show in shape. Sometimes maybe 4 and maybe 5% out, but I'm always in shape. You know, I'm not one of them guys who come in 10-15% out, maybe 5%. You know, but I just keep bringing the best I can bring at the time and the time scale I'm given. You know.
You talk about long waist though. Dexter Jackson had a long waist. He did all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spoke to Dexter yesterday.
Did you?
Dexter asked me what's going on. He's still competing? And I said, bro, you know the score. You and Chris called me in from the way Go told me, make as much money as I can, compete while my body's fucking still active and the body's still responding to everything I'm doing to it. So I'm going to compete when the body starts saying no. Then it's time to, shut up shop, put my suitcases back in the garage, and go home and rest.
Spoke to Mauro Sassi earlier this morning, and he kind of just said a blanket statement. He said, "Look, no one's beating Nathan right now in around here at these shows, at these post-Olympia shows." He's like, kind of no one's beating him. He says, like, he really is. He's on a roll now. He really is he's just on a winning streak.
I hope, bro. For someone to say that means a lot, It means to me. It means a lot. Like I said, bro, I believe for myself. I'm on something. I'm on team for something great. People keep asking why didn't I do the Olympia and stuff, but greatness doesn't feed my kids, doesn't pay my bills. Checks do. I'm not just money hungry. I'm basically trying to provide a future for my family. And like I said, I'm in shape. I'm gonna do all these post shows. I believe all the guys should do it in the Olympia.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it shouldn't be made mandatory, but the guys should want to do it, because I think it's good, bro, for the sport to get around. Because the people I've met yesterday, for example, I met one guy on Instagram, right, called Alessandro. He sells machines. This guy, I would never meet him in a million years, right? He can barely talk a word of fucking English. We talk via Instagram, but yeah, he lives in Italy, right? But he came to Rome to watch me. He came to eat with my family, my friends, Rob Taylor. Nice. We all met up, and small things like that means a lot, and it meant a lot to him because he's a bodybuilder fan. Yeah. But to me, for him to come out meant a lot. So I think we meet these people that we'd never ever meet, and these people become friends, and much more. So to get out there to travel is a good thing for the sport and a good thing for the athletes.
I do agree with what you're saying, but you have been missed at the Olympia, mate.
Yeah, it's been 3 years. I'll admit, the first year it hurt me. The second year, I went too phased, bro. I went too phased. In my eyes, I'd been there, seen it, done it, got a T-shirt. Go, don't have the tracksuit no more because I give them all away. But being there, seen it. This year, it was totally out of my hands. I had a choice to make, whether it was to go to the Olympia, place what I believe I could have got top 4.
I spoke to Ron Harris about that, and I think I almost don't like bringing it up because you upset a few people. But when we say that, but I think he would have secured 4th, mate, with how you're looking.
Yeah, I know.
I do believe that.
The people, no disrespect to Hunter, he's a great athlete, but I believe he would have beat him. And I'm not being arrogant, He has lovely flow, so do I, but I believe him bigger, a bit more rounder. So if that upsets people, then so be it. But everyone's entitled to an opinion, right? Mm-hmm. So that being said, I made the decision to go to the Arnold, same way I did to the British Grand Prix. Yeah. I'm English. I'm a fucking proud Brit, bro, as everyone knows. This is my country, love it. I'll always defend the Arnold, England. I believe I'm English, so it has to stay here. I don't want the British Grand Prix to go to a guy from Canada, or the USA or the Arnold. I want it to stay here. Whether it's me, James, Samson who win it, that's what I believe in. I'm a proud Briton. I want that trophy to stay here, and I got to share that with my son, my kids. And for me, bro, that's fucking far greater. It will be far greater to me for that show, right? Winning that trophy than winning the Olympia, because the Olympia is great, but after all, my son isn't there, my daughter isn't there, my family isn't there. So the people I do it for are not there to witness that achievements. So to me, that means shit, But next year I will be there. People keep asking me about the whole visa issue shit. Just to clear that up, as far as knows and the powers that be know, my visa got issued the 1st of August. My P1 visa got issued the 1st of August of this year. So it's not a visa issue. I have a visa. Okay. It was an exemption order because the US Embassy don't see bodybuilding as a elite sport. So I made the decision and I stuck by it. So I can't regret it.
Yeah. Please tell me you've got the photo of you at the Arnold UK with Arnold up on the screen Ronnie handing you the trophy. Please tell me you can get that frame for the gym, mate, because that was a real that's something you're going to look back on in 20, 30 years, and you're just it's gonna always blow you away.
Bro, I was leaving for Italy on Friday night, right?
Yeah.
I got a message saying there's a parcel for you in the gym. As I'm literally leaving, my flight was at 6:30 in the night. I literally went to the gym at 4:00. Chris Bailey had got me the image framed in black and white, sent it to the gym, and my hallway was just being painted black and white, and the picture gets home today, bro. Basically outside my bedroom, where it belongs.
Oh man, that is just because I saw it on Instagram and I was just like, oh my god, you got Arnold Schwarzenegger up on the screen and you got Ronnie Coleman handing you trophy, and I could see just the massive smile. It was like, what a special moment, mate. Wow, that's an awesome story.
Yeah, man. So big up to Chris Bailey for that. I'm absolutely honoured. And everyone knows that I'm close to Bailey from my pictures and stuff, and he always looks after me. So for him to even capture that picture for me is a lot. Sentimental value means everything.
Yeah, and also talking about having your family with you, you've brought a big crew to Rome, haven't you?
Yeah, man. There was about 25 of us, something like that.
Oh, wow.
Then we had fans, like people who knew me from Italy supporting me there, and we had the Yamamoto crew who I was previously with. They were all supporting me as well. So I had a huge turnout. I thought I would have got not like a big uproar when I walked out. I thought we got a little clap, but the roar I got, it was like I was Italian,
Brilliant. And do you know what I like to see when bodybuilders, even who win shows, post pictures on their own feed with other people? Do you know what I mean? Like other athletes, like Mohammed does that, and it shows that you're actually like a respectful of other athletes, and it's not just about you, it's about the experience and the respect that you want to show to other pros, Yeah,
man, because some of the guys, like some of the pros, are like, oh, Nathan, I've always wanted to compete with you. I look up to him like, fucking hell, bro, I'm just Nathan. Just a kid from the fucking street, just fucking lifting weights. And they're like, no, I've looked up to you for a long time. I want to be, love to compete with you and stuff like that. And to me, I'm like, bro, I'm just fucking Nathan, just a run-of-the-mill, street kid. Who just lifts weights and wears a thong. So a lot of the guys, to them, it meant a lot.
Yeah.
And looking back, I understand because, me competing, with Phil, Dexter, meant a lot to me. And now I understand what it means, if that makes sense, because I was a fanboy to Phil, massively am, and to Dexter, and me getting a picture, asking for a picture, even though I was a pro athlete, they probably wouldn't have seen it as like, they would have thought, fucking hell, lad, it's just a picture, but to me it meant a lot. Now I understand how it means to them, if that makes sense,
Yeah. No, I like to. It's something it always flashes up in my head. Now, so you're going to do in Egypt. What about Prague, Romania, Alicante? Have you given any thoughts to that?
The guys from Prague, basically, everyone knows I've always done the Elvis Prague for the past 4 years.
Unfinished business there, mate.
Yeah, I've never won it.
Yeah.
I believe I should have won it the last time. I'm hand on my heart. When I done it last time, I believe I should have won. I got second, but I didn't. So for me, there's some unfinished business there.
Yeah.
Again, that I wanna resolve and put it to that that I've been here, I've done it. This was my one time. So I'll be at Prague, bro. The guys have sorted my flight out, sorted my accommodation out, so I'll be there.
Oh, do you know what, mate? I said 11 wins, but I tell you what, there's a potential that you could end up with 12 or bloody more. Thing is, I think Flex Wheeler has the record for the most amount of pro wins in 1 year. I think that was in '93. I think he won 4, might have been 5. So you're on your way, mate. 3 wins already.
Yeah, bro. I didn't know that. My goal was to just, my goal in my head, I'm never going to be a Dorian Yates, right? I'm never going to win so many Olympias. But my goal in bodybuilding is to beat him in pro wins,
Yeah.
That's my personal achievements. After that, I didn't even look at it I could ever achieve that. And now that it's not in sight, but, I think it's about 15, it's possible I could do it in my career.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an Olympians, but it's a pro in my eyes, right? I'm just cheating saying that, but you know, I want to be able to, for my kids to look to Google or some bullshit, and now the most pro wins if an English person would be their dad, whether it lasts for a week, a year, a month, but that's my own personal achievements in my head, you know.
Is there any unfinished business, given what happened last year with getting to Ohio? Is there unfinished? Because I believe the Arnold Classic is coming back in March 2022. With your visa and all the everything sorted, would you consider doing the Arnold Classic? Because we've never seen you at the Arnold Ohio, and the fans want to see you.
Mate, I'll be doing Arnold, Ohio, and Australia if they're on next year, 100%.
Oh, man, fantastic!
I go to Kuwait January 3rd of next year to prep for Olympia. I'll be out in Kuwait from January till December 18th.
Wow.
So you know, I spoke to Bada today and asked her if Arnold Ohio is on. We'll jump straight into Ohio. I believe I could do that with six weeks prep, and then we'll bounce back off that, and then go straight to Olympia. Yeah. Like I said, I've got the English trophy, but I haven't got the American one.
Yeah.
That's something that I would love to achieve, just to shake Arnold's hand. And my kid and my daughter want to get a picture with him, so you know that's more reason to train hard than to win it, you know. And you see the likes of fucking Nick Walker, bro. He's an icon right now, which massive respect he deserves to be. And you know, to get the Arnold win, it puts you in that first call out straight away.
Yeah. You
know, I've never been in the first call since Mr. Olympia, but if I win that Arnold, I believe I'll get the first call out.
I do. Well, I think that's a given. I think so. Yeah. I mean, I can't remember a time where you've ever come in off. I was literally just thinking when you were talking now. I was thinking, is there a time when he's ever been off? And like, literally, you've brought different looks, but you've always brought the condition. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I'd have to really seriously think now with how many shows you've done, what my favorite look of yours is, because you've brought so many different looks, and they're all equally as impressive, but just different.
Yeah, I mean, because you never get the same judge, you know. You never get the same judge. You never get the same battle. You know, if I'm against Rowley, I bring a different look than I would against Samson. If I'm against, you know, Juan Morel in New York, the guys there like big. The only look I believe what is the same constantly is the Olympia. You have to be fucking on point, big and shredded for the Olympia. Every other look is you have to play to, you know, your opponent's strength at the same time.
Yeah. It's
a game of chess, you know. Manager Matt, he told me this when he first started talking to me. He said, Nathan, look, pick your shows like it's chess. I've done that for a while. I did. And now I believe, you know, I picked all my shows, you know, wisely. People I thought I could win. And I'm at that stage now to where I believe I can win 95% of other people, you know. And now I'm just picking shows because I want to make, you know, a legacy and a dream for my kids and for myself to go in. So before that, I would never do a show that Rowley was in because he would kick my ass every single time, right? And he showed he has done that many times before. I'd always avoid the likes of Dexter, William, and stuff like that. But now I believe, you know, a new guard has turned, and I believe it's, you know, the young guys. It's their time to shine, and put your hand into it. Put your hand into the pie, right? Mix that shit up, and just go for it. What have I got to lose? You know, all I could do is get second, third, or fourth. Okay, cool. My body didn't respond. So be it. The best guy won. Whether that be Ian, Nick, whoever, shake the hand. Okay, bro. See you next time. You know, that's all you can do. Bring the best you can be, and if you get beat, you get beat.
Mate, I remember the year you were winning everything as a junior. Was it 2007?
I hope that's the same now.
Yeah, I think was it 2007? You were like Flex Lewis in 2004. It was just winning everything, and it was like, and then you came back as an intermediate. Then you came back in 2014, and it's just been a continual. It's like what a career, what a journey it's been. Incredible.
I mean, as I said, Giles, I'm happy, you know, in life right now, and I think when you are happy, your body responds a lot better. Everyone knows I had a lot of shit in my life, I'm always caught up in some type of fucking drama or something. Everyone knows that I'm open with it. I don't hide nothing behind no one. What you see is what you get with me. And right now, where I'm on a good streak of things.
Yeah.
I've sorted my shit out. All the crap that happened with COVID, I've sorted it out because I've done what I thought was right, and everything's been kicked out of court. My lawsuits are going against them when I was assaulted. That's all going forth, and I was proved that I was in the right and they were in the wrong, and those things now are going in my favor, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I feel happy when I'm training. I'm happy again. I've got a good circle of people around me, a good circle of friends. I've took the negative family members and family out of my situation in life, so I'm good, bro. And I believe that the body's representing that. And like you said, the team who I've got around me, who come to all the shows, if you see the pictures, you'll know it's the same people coming to all the shows.
Yeah.
These guys are taking the time out of the day, the whole weekend, to be honest, mate. And, they're spending as much money as me, on Ubers and stuff. And I'm asking them, can you get me a bottle of vodka or 4 or 5 ounces of coffee? And these guys are running they're running around cities they've never been to before and chasing things and using Google Translate and stuff. And for me, mate, that's massive. I've got to respect that because they've got their own life, but for them, this is more of a journey for their friend at the same time. So they're enjoying it, and it's just positive things right now.
It's funny because I spoke to Derek Lunsford a few weeks ago, and he said pretty much the same. He says things that I'm happy, and it is reflecting. It's like you're getting the best out of yourself as an athlete, and like you said, when you just make a few positive changes by removing some negative things and some dramas from your life, and it's like things just kind of just fall into place.
That's what it is, mate. I'm
He's all right.
I'm massively. Wait there 1 second. It's gone now.
All right, mate. I can hear you.
Yeah, go on. It's gone. Things are just gone good. So, like I said, I think the body's responding good. I'm confident in what I'm doing. So I'm just running with it, mate. Like I don't know what it is right now. I'm back in Kuwait. Things are good for me there. Everything's good, man. I can't complain about life. I honestly can't. Shows are, even all the shit I get online sometimes. For some reason, that's all going positive. The people fucking who are giving me shit and that are now, saying we respect that and this and that. So I don't know, mate. Something's whether fucking someone's like give me a little bit of fucking magic duff or something. I don't know, but I'm just happy, bro.
It's funny because it's how, was it 6 months ago or 9 months ago, all the problems, but you were, like you said, you were just doing what you thought was the right thing, and you stood your ground, and it was bad for a bit, but then it kind of, I'm pleased to hear that it has all worked itself out. And I think people always get behind someone that can turn a situation around from a huge negative, where it was, a year ago or whatever, into a huge positive, and now you're just... I think people will turn the other way, and they will go, oh, actually, yeah, he's come back from this, and he's just turned it into a huge positive, and now it's only success, and that's something we can get behind.
Yeah, mate. Take an example, Forward, for example, everyone knows him with Hostile, right? And
yeah,
I did a podcast there, and Forward was the same, bro. He thought I was a bit of a cunt. If you ask him yourself, he thought I was a bit of a cunt. He thought I would be hard to work with. And then he got to know me. He's like, Nathan, you're one of the fucking easiest people to work with. Mm-hmm. I ask you to jump. You ask me how high. You ask you this. You ask me when do you want it done. And then even like fucking yesterday, he's like, Nathan, what the fuck you doing posting to country music? I'm like, I like country music. Like, I like it. I was like, I was in Matt Jensen. He called me fucking Black Country. He's like, it's like bro, like, I stayed in Matt's house. I just love the South of America. I love the whole vibe. I love the music. And he's like, no one would ever fucking would ever know. I'm like, never judge a book by its cover, right? Unless you ask me, you'd never know. And you look back to a lot of my routines, a lot of it's country music. It's just something I'm into,
Hang on, because I looked on Instagram because I've not watched the live stream yet, and I thought they put different music over the top of it. So that's actually what you posted.
Yeah, man, I posted it. My daughter was there.
Okay.
Chantel was there, so the song was for them.
Oh, nice.
It was a good song, man.
Yeah. Because I was watching, I was thinking he wouldn't be posing this. This has to be like, this has to be stock music they've used.
Yeah, I didn't want to post to no banging hardcore fucking R&B shit, and and like at the Arnold, I thought that Bugsy Malone, King of the North, would have went good at that show, right? Because it comes to the King of the North.
Yeah.
So I pick songs for certain things, and I like country music, and if I can bang a country song on, I bang a country song on.
I love it, mate. I love it. Right. What you up to? So you're still in Rome, obviously. What are you doing today, then, mate?
No, back home, bro.
What?
Back home.
How? When?
Yeah, bro, I came. It's called Scouts robbery. We come to Rome, we take the money, we fuck off.
So hang on a minute. I can't keep up with you, Nathan. So when did you get home?
This morning, 8 o'clock.
Shh! Don't waste no time then.
Nah, bro. We went. Me, Rob Taylor, his wife, all the gang.
Yeah.
They went for the burger. At 10 o'clock last night. We left the burger and ice cream place at 1 o'clock. I got a shower. We boarded the plane at 3. We landed England at 8 o'clock this morning. And now it's fucking either English breakfast or vet all day. And that's it. I'll probably have an English breakfast today. Like I said, maybe a carb drink later on today, and then I go with my sister and the kids for some food, and then back on the diet tomorrow.
Wow.
I don't eat, bro. Like some people, right? The day after diet, they want to eat chocolate and shit. I don't want to eat. I am not the biggest eater in the world. I can eat if I want to eat, but for me, a day off my diet means just don't eat.
Yeah.
Just sit on the PlayStation, watch telly, drink a Lucasade, and I'm happy.
Firstly, I'm going to change your nickname to Ninja Nath. Because you're in and out like a stealthy ninja. Like you're just in and out, bang, off, gone. That's just wow. Honestly, mate, I think it's the best interview you've ever given me.
Yeah.
Seriously, and you're always good. You always give me good interviews, but this one's exceptional. I've got to say that.
Thank you, buddy. I like me, bro. I'm always honest. I say what I think, and people don't like it. But if you don't like it, you don't like it. I'm like Marmite, love it or hate it. You get what you see, and I believe that people like myself and yourself, you know where you stand with people like that. You never know that this person's going to slag you off behind your back. If I call you a cunt, I call you a cunt. So I believe that everyone should that way inclined, and it's all good. But right now I'm on a positive vibe, so good. I hope that people just try and reflect and take something from it.
Good. Well, we're going to come to the gym and do some filming if that's okay. While you do some training, we'll just do some fly on the wall, just act like we're not there, like I did the other time when I did some back training. If that's all right, because you're an hour and a quarter away, so I'll be over soon to see you, mate. But mate, thank you so much for this, and I realise it was at short notice, and I do appreciate that. Sorting your Skype out, and because I was going to say about the Zoom, thing. I was going to say, well, look, why don't you go on with Ron because he uses Zoom, and it doesn't work through our studio system.
Yeah.
Mate,
I understand. I promised you for months, bro, that I'll come on, and we had that bullshit issue in Kuwait where I didn't have Skype and this and that, and then obviously someone hacked my email 3 weeks ago. So I have to get a new email address. This is the new email address, and this now I've got fucking Skype again, so I can give you the interviews,
Oh, fantastic! Well, and I'd love to get you in the studio one day, mate. If that's at all possible for 2021, that would be one of my wishes, that I can get you in the studio.
Yeah, man, my life's back to normal. The 7th of June.
Okay.
The 7th of November after Prague. And I basically, mate, I'm just doing my own content, my own YouTube channel's going up this weekend for the first time.
Nice.
I've got my camera down and that. Just want people to see what's behind the lens, what I do. I'm just a fucking normal lad in the gym, and I want to give people insights in boy talk, what lads talk us in the gym, because your missus will never see us. She thinks it's all training, but all the time, bro, we're sitting there talking about fucking picking your nose, piles, what you're having for dinner, who's arguing and stuff, and just all that crap. So yeah, man, I'll be awesome to come down and bring my camera crew down myself, and we'll get some content, buddy, for sure.
Oh, fantastic! Right, that's amazing. I'm really happy about that, mate. Right, I'll let you get back to your day. And like I said, I appreciate you taking the time. Literally this soon. You've been, like I said, you've been traveling through the night. But mate, congratulations. Arnold UK was incredible. This was an incredible win, and you've It's just so exciting. You're creating such excitement and positivity for British bodybuilding right now. So just keep doing what you're doing, mate. That's all I can say. There's nothing else to be said.
Thank you, bud. I think it's not just myself. I think James is doing great.
Yeah.
Samson's doing great. I think the whole UK, bro, is back on the map, and I think the Americans need to be really worried, bro, because we're fucking coming. That's for sure.
Drop the mic. Right, Nathan, I'm going to let you go, and I'll speak to you very, very soon, and I'll come over to your gym, the Prophecy Performance Center.
Thank you, buddy. Take care, right? God bless.
Thank you, Nathan. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, it is time for our hot news segment for our Rome Yamamoto Pro / Olympia Part 2 special edition episode of MD Glove Muscle. Okay, for episode 38. Did I say that? I said 38, didn't I? Okay, well, I'm saying it twice now. Right, okay, then, first hot news is Nathan Asha. He's already changed it, look. He's already changed it. 9 times IFBB Pro Champion. As, of course, Nathan just won the Yamamoto Pro Cup yesterday in Rome. Originally the San Marino. Nathan is just on an absolute roll at the moment. Here he is outside the Coliseum. I think that the venue must have been very close to the Coliseum, because I think I saw Tim Buddersheim, Samson, a lot of the competitors were going to the Coliseum. Because, of course, look, come on, if you're right next to the Coliseum, you've got to take your top off. You got to take your top off. Look at him. He's cool. His shades. I wonder if they're Ray-Bans. Probably. But, he looks dry there, doesn't he? You can even see there before he's even stepped on stage. The condition is, pardon me, is incredible. Right, and now it was, it was Monday today. It was Saturday. Nathan posted this, and the internet broke because I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. It's Nathan. We've seen Nathan. He won the Arnold UK a few weeks ago. That was his 8th pro win. But it was his waist. I don't understand. Look at that. If that was, like I said to Nathan in the interview, you saw it early in this episode, if that was a still photo, I'd have thought that was photoshopped. So, but it's a video, and it's not. It's just literally his tan's gone on. I tell you what, his conditioning is incredible. I definitely want. And he said he looks like he's going to the Arnold Classic, and wow, in Columbus, Ohio next March, because he's never actually done the Columbus, Ohio Arnold. And like he said, there's unfinished business, because he tried to get to the Arnold last year in 2020, the Arnold Classic, but he couldn't. Some problems, I can't remember, so long ago now, but there was problems with his travel then. And he prepped right up to the last minute. He was, he's fully ready to go, pretty much ready to step on the plane. And then, boom, couldn't get there. But look at the conditioning. That 9 pro wins. I think he could finish with 12 this year. I really do. He's doing Egypt, Prague. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him in Romania and Alicante as well. Have I missed that approach show? Egypt, Prague, Romania, Alicante. Of course, he's just done Rome. He's just won that, beating Ruli Winkler, his old training partner, again. He beat him at the Alicante, which we were at doing the live stream commentary for. Which was a lot of fun. God, his shoulders and arms are just ridiculous. He's crazy. What a shape. Oh, what an amazing turnaround for Nathan with what he went through last year with the gym opening and the police assault, which was all caught on CCTV, which we've all seen. Also Nathan is doing online coaching again now. Not again. I think very limited spaces apply now. So if you want to get prepped by the Prophecy, Nathan Asha, winner of 9 pro titles, get to www.trainwiththeprophecy. Can't say that. I'll slow down. Trainwiththeprophecy.com. So absolutely incredible. Yep. And we're going to get our asses over to his gym in Liverpool very, very soon. Fantastic gym. It's open now. Yeah. I don't think you'll get chased by police this time. So that's not to be laughed at. But so here he is with all his crew. This was the amount of people he took with him to Rome. So I think he said there was 25 people. 35. So 25. It was 25. It's Nathan. Who's got the best teeth? She has. Yeah, she's got the best smile. Nathan second. Rowley very close second. Third. Joint second. Okay. Everyone's joint first. Everyone's got wonderful teeth. Nathan Dinashes. I've rolled that one out a few times, don't worry. Look at the size of Rolly's shoulders. Look at that. I mean, oh, God. With Rolly just needs to bring, I think it's the lower body and the midsection he needs to kind of, because everything else is kind of back and with a vengeance, all the size and everything that we didn't see at the Chicago Pro early this year when he was 5th. I mean, that was disastrous for Rolly. But, he crawled back up to 2nd to Nathan in Alicante at the NPC European. And, and he's getting great support there. Oh, okay. I think that's a new flavor of Hostiles pre-workout. So, yeah, I saw one with Samson as well, and I forget the other athletes. Probably, I think it was Fuad actually. It's Fuad there. Yeah. Well, I really appreciate he's supporting 2 very, very good British athletes, and that's good for an American supplement brand to be supporting. A big, British names, European names, So, I mean, you'd think maybe they might just stick to American athletes, but so that's great to see. So big appreciation there to Fuad. Sorry, I've just had some food. Right, okay. Next hot news is we go to Daniel L, Bodybuilders Without Borders, because he's just got everything. He's very up to date with all the contest coverage and the images and sources the best. So there's Nathan there. Oh, Nathan. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, looks good. Looks really good. You've really got to see the high resolution quality images to really see what was going on. There's really looks good. Did he look better than the Olympia? I think his waist, was he... I saw a couple of photos and he looked at... I don't know. It's difficult when you've got different lighting and different... It's difficult to know whether they look better or worse or... So there's look at him now, I'm really a monster, isn't he? Samson there. Theo LeGuerrier, who we had in this episode. Andrea Presti, who we've had on Global, I think 3 times now. So there's the top 5. Top 5, not a very good photo. But the lighting was very dodgy. I'm not sure. Can they... I'm seeing a lot of bad lighting at these shows now. And I don't think there's any excuse for it. There's Rob Taylor. He took 9th place. He was 8th place in Alicante. He said, I saw on another Instagram post saying he was 15 pounds heavier than Alicante. I think he said to be at his best, he needed to be 8 pounds to 10 pounds heavier, making him about 228, 230. So if that's true, he's about 235 here. He looks good. Very, very good. His legs are ridiculous. Look at those quads. Crazy. Yeah, and the photo was out as well by Jonathan Morio from Milos photographer. He's a fantastic photographer, very good videographer. Cool guy. What am I looking at? Right, there's Samson. Wow. Yeah, he looks good, doesn't he? Did he look better than the Arnold UK, or is it just because the Arnold UK had such better lighting? To me, I think he looks slightly better at the Arnold UK. I prefer the bit more fullness in his chest and his shoulders. Even if his condition was sharper, I preferred that fuller look at the Arnold UK. But like I said, he looks fantastic there. Wow. Yeah, beautiful aesthetics. And Samson is 280 on stage. 280 with a tiny little waist, beautiful abs, great lines. To me, that's in the mold of, say, Sean Roden. 2080 Sean Roden. If you put them side by side, you wouldn't see a huge amount of difference there. Very similar kind of flow, balance, aesthetics. Maybe 3% less conditioning, because Sean Roden at the 2018 Olympia he won the Olympia, number 14. So, fantastic. So, was he better? Well, Samson said himself in this episode he was better. So, let's go with that. Right, okay. There's this video. I want to see some video. Okay, see, I love the way he angles his body. I tell you what, I think there's an argument for Samson being the most improved pro of 2021. And I think we all wanted to see that because here was someone that, was always just missing the mark every single time. Just either with conditioning or fullness or both. But, because it's frustrating because you can see the aesthetics, the lines, the flow, the balance, the beauty of the physique, really, if you want to call it that. Very, very pleasing physique. And he's big as well. Because look, I mean, he's not looking small next to Nathan. Stunning. Yeah, stunning. Yeah, it's stunning. Yeah. Did you think he should have beat Rowley? Yeah. Rowley's a beast, though. What's happened to Rowley's tan? Rowley's tan looks really terrible there.
He looks light.
Yeah. I mean, Nathan... I mean, they're both black guys, so they shouldn't... the tan shouldn't be...
He looks too light.
Yeah, he does. It's just this area with Rowley. This is where it's all this area here, all the detail. There's no detail. He's lost it. And he needs to get the midsection back under control. But, I mean, he's fucking huge, isn't he? Monster. But I tell you what, Presty there, he does. You'd think he'd look small next to someone like Rowley or Nathan or even Samson, but he doesn't. Or is he stepping forward? No, he's on the line. He's on the line. Tell you what, I think Presty's had a good year. He's won the Portugal Pro. He was 4th or 5th. Oh, what was it? 4th or 5th? Top 5 in Puerto Rico. I think he was 4th. Yeah, and then he jumped up to winning the Portugal Pro, beat Tim Buddersheim, Vlad, Suhorochko. Went to the Olympia, actually got last place, but, you know, it was his first Olympia, and he was kind of like happy to be there. But, I mean, here's a guy who is improving massively all the time, and he's hungry as well, and he trains like a maniac, apparently. He trains like 2.5 hours a day. So Nathan looked great there. Let me see some better quality shots, though. I'm sure there's some here somewhere. Yeah, tell you what, Presty in the side chest. In the lineup, in the comparisons, he looked absolutely gigantic. He looked bigger than Rowley. Actually physically bigger than Rowley. Like wider shoulders, more kind of going on, really. Yeah, well, this happened at Puerto Rico. He loses, the tan comes off on his armpit, the lap there. Yeah, he sweats here. It happened in Puerto Rico, but it didn't happen in Portugal. I think maybe, does he think he doesn't let the tan dry?
I think it's just sweat.
He needs to get some a hairdryer on his armpits when he's tanned.
I do that. I just take a
Do you?
mint with me. I take my own tan.
Do you? But thing is, that's one of his best poses, and it kind of spoils the picture a little bit. When it happens, see it's sweat, and it's gone all really dark there.
Maybe you should bring out a tiger tan.
Tiger tan for Andrea Presti, sponsored athlete. But yeah, I mean, you can see his condition was better at Portugal, and Portugal, his quads were so bone dry; they were absolutely phenomenal. So he's kind of like 95% there. You can see because his face isn't really, really drawn. But what a fantastic year for Andrea Presti. Absolutely incredible. So what else we got on here? I want to see some video. Nope, no video, just bloody photos. I tell you what, did Samson deserve second?
I'll tell you what, he looked good.
Tell you what, I know he could do a bit more chest, Samson. I've always thought that. I think when he diets, does more shows, when he kind of flattens out, it comes from his chest. It doesn't really go from anywhere else. And I think because his chest looked really bursting full at the Arnold UK. Nathan's clavicles just look ridiculous, like they did at the the Alicante show back in August. Rowley, yeah, he's big, but he's still not back to the best Rowley that we knew and love. Right, let's go this way. Oh, look at that shot there, Samson. Look at that. 280 pounds on stage with a waist that really looks probably about 32 inches. Look at that beautiful V shape. Nice sweep to the quads, nice calves. It's when he angles his body, it's such a visually pleasing physique. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at some more. Okay, side chest. Presty's twisting. You can't really see it here. Rowley's bunched up again. Rowley changes his compulsories all the time. It's quite frustrating. Yeah, see, I think this alone, he should have been beat by Samson. Yeah, I think Samson should have got second, but then Rowley is so much bigger. Nathan won that easy. Yeah, he won that easy. Yeah, top to toe, he's the most complete. He's the thickest. He's the best conditioned. I mean, the glutes, hams, the back's all separated. He looks absolutely. Oh, look at that! Look at Samson there. Tell you what, I know Nathan's not hitting the shot properly there, but I tell you what, I think Samson did deserve second. I think a lot of people. I thought maybe it was just all his fans saying, "No, he deserves second," and they don't really know what they're talking about, but. Yeah, there's not much else on there. I want to kind of stick really mainly to the Rome show because it was, like I said, it was yesterday. We pretty much brought everyone up there. Right, okay, we're going to go next to Sulios. Actually asked Sulios to come on the show, but he says, I really appreciate the offer, Giles, but I like to be the guy in the background. Because I think he's a lawyer by day. He's He's a loyal. Yeah, he does fantastic. Him and Daniel L from Bodybuilders Without Borders, they do a fantastic job. I mean, they constantly updating. Where's my cursor? There. Right, okay. Maybe we'll get to see some... Okay, who do you want to see first? Who's this one? First one? Should we go there? I'll tell you what, let's go Samsionio. Right, okay. Okay, oh, no, take that off. Right, okay. God, bloody... Is that the live stream? I think this is taken from the live stream. Milos messaged me, and he was... he couldn't get on the live stream. So I was thinking, I hope there is one, because they're advertising it. I don't think I'm guessing he didn't do the same routine that he did at the Arnold UK for John Meadows. Yeah, he looks good. Yeah, he's on the way up, isn't he? He's really on his way up. Beautiful X-frame, nice symmetry. I still think he can make improvements to his posing. I'd like him to slow it down a bit. Like the jerking, I'd like to be a bit more fluid and a bit more, because he's got that kind of physique that would look better if he did the more... I think he just loves it. He gets really pumped up when he's on there on stage. Samson's one of those guys that just loves to be on stage. I think he really expresses himself through his posing. I've still not seen the Arnold UK posing routine yet. Yeah, yes. Let's watch a bit of... Is that Samson again? Ooh, what am I doing? Right, okay. Let's see who this is. Is this... Oh, Nathan Asha. Yes, okay. Here we go. The winner, the champ, posing to country music. I can't believe when he told me that. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. I think he'd have been battling for fourth at the Olympia if he'd been at the Olympia. Because it's a shame because we haven't seen him at the Olympia since 2018. He was 8th in 2018, 7th in 2017. So he was right 4 years ago. He was knocking on the door of the top 6 at the Olympia. So, and that was the one with Phil Heath and Ramy and Bonac and Sean Rodent. I tell you what, his back shots are improved now. That readable bicep, I think it's gone from being one of his weakest poses to one of his best. I think that's his, that's the Nathan Asha roll. What they call it? The flick, the roll. There's a name for that when he does that. He does that. That was a quick routine. Come on, Nathan. Yeah, his shoulders are incredible. It's just incredible. And he's just getting better. So this is his 9th pro win. He's going to do Prague, Egypt. I think he'll do Romania and Alicante. I got a feeling he's just going to do the lot. I think he wants to try and chase Dorian for the British bodybuilder's got the most pro wins. That's 15 pro wins. I think that's his next target. He pretty much told us anyway in the interview. But it was a quick routine. So what else? Was that his routine or was that his let's have a look at some comparisons. Oh, this is what I want to see. Is that taken off a TV screen or is someone actually there? Who's this guy? I don't know who this guy is. He's not top 6. That's Theo, Samson, Nathan, Ruli, Andrea Presti, and I have no clue who this guy is. I don't know. And what happened to the not Biana, that's the bloody woman. Ivanov, the guy that was guest posing last week, he was on the list. I can't remember his name now. He did Romania last year, took 8th or 9th. He was on the list, but he wasn't I didn't see him on the score sheets. So let's have a look. Ooh.
Relax. Back on the line.
Oh, it's just people screaming. Right, okay, let's go to... Oh, is that Nathan?
Yep.
Look at these shades on. So cool. Let's see what these people are thinking. Oh, look at this guy. Look. Oh, is it? Yeah, let's have a listen. See all the cameras clicking.
Nathan.
Oh, the police! Ah, no way! The police got A's. Bloody police again. Oh, I'm gonna watch that again. Hey Nathan, it's the busies. Oh, come on,
Nathan.
guys. I've not watched that. I swear to God, I didn't know that was happening. What was the... Hang on, I got to read some of the comments. The police really have it out for this guy. Jeez. Hang on, let me put the sound off. Geez, you have too much self-pride. Cut that out. Stop inspiring people. Laughing faces. Come on. If that's a woman without clothes, it'll all be okay. Be all okay. Okay. Very happy police put an end to the sickening public display. A shirtless man is really not okay. Probably going to start. The thing is, they're probably worried that bloody cause some traffic issues or something. Somebody looking and driving into a load of people or something. So, snake midsection. I don't think I saw a snake. I hope I didn't.
I'm surprised none of the guys put on any like Roman outfits while they were.
Roman outfits. Well, they Alex Ardenti did that once with 1990. He did it with Milos, Ronnie, Kevin Navrone, and he did it at the Colosseum. I think it was at the Colosseum.
Imagine if they had
Or was that in Greece?
show at the Colosseum.
Sorry?
Imagine if they had a show at the Colosseum.
Show at the Colosseum. Well, it's no, you wouldn't be able to because it's protected and people would be throwing their, like me at the cinema, throwing my popcorn everywhere. Yes. Yeah, what's this guy doing? Right, okay, I think that's enough. Oh, also, quickly go to... Very happy to hear that Patrick Johnson is doing more shows. He's doing Prague. Is he being prepped by Abdullah? Did I know that? Yes, I did. Yeah, he took fourth in his pro debut at the Arnold UK because last year he had he prepped for shows that he couldn't actually get to. The British Grand Prix, and there was a few. So last year was a complete disaster and must have been very stressful for him. And then he did his pro debut finally at the Arnold UK. And took fourth place. Fantastic. Would have been first call out, I'd imagine. If he wasn't, he would have been noticed in the second and probably, But yeah, so he's 21. He's a monster. 21 days out from the Prague show, the EVLS Prague show. I went to the first Prague show in 2012. Dennis Wolf won. And I covered it for MD with Natalia Mello.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and we had Chopper Chops.
What does that mean?
Chopper Chops, the lollies. She said, "Hi, I'm Natalia." And I said, "I've got you something. I got a lolly." And we hit it off, and we're friends ever since. So, and then I said, and she thought that Dennis Wolf was going to win. I said Sean Roden was going to win. And I said, if Sean Roden wins, I interview Sean. If Dennis Wolf wins, you interview him. And Dennis Wolf won. So, I had to write all these questions down for her to ask him. And it was really cool. It was cool. Cool trip that was. Yeah, good. Yeah. So anyway, so Patrick, is doing more shows. So I'm pleased to hear that he's carrying on and keeping going. Also, Rafael Brandeo is doing Prague. He's looking, as you can see, absolutely incredible. I saw him make his pro debut at the 2017 San Marino. He was first call out, but he ended up in 8th. He looked amazing. And I think he's still only like 27, 20. I've got 28, 29. So, there's some really good young athletes coming up like Vlad and Regan and Nick Walker. And obviously, a lot of these 20-somethings now are really, like Nathan Asha said in the interview, it's like kind of like the new guard coming through. So, so I'm excited because I was kind of I wasn't really blown away by what Rafael brought last year. I think he took 3rd at Alicante. Or was it 2nd? No, first was James Hollinshead. Second was Regan Grimes. 3rd was Rafael Brandeo. And I kind of expected Rafael, for how good I thought he was, I kind of expected him to come in and just storm it and win it easy. But he kind of stepped back a little bit. I think he went back to Brazil 4 weeks out on his prep. And up to that point, when he was at the Dragon's Lair at Flex Lewis's gym, he was looking incredible. He went back to Brazil and then he kind of like lost the kind of gains he'd made in that year from my perspective. So I'm really hoping he's really sort of focusing hard and very bottom heavy there. Yeah, fantastic physique though, beautiful aesthetics. I mean, there's a guy that could be. When I said it 4 years ago, he'd be top 6 Olympic before he's 30, and he's got the potential. So let's see what he's been doing, because there's a guy that is really, really impressive and has a huge amount of potential. The police, that's made me laugh at. Put your top back on. Italian police, Popo. Should have had some siren music on that. Some, F the Popo music. Some, is it, what was the F? No, am I making this up? There's a song. Something the police from New Jack City. I don't know. Anyway. Right, okay then. This guy is someone who's really exploded onto the scene. Gilco Productions. I don't know his name. Film director. He basically, he's working with the Pro League now, and he turned up to the Olympia, and I don't know how he's producing such high quality, high resolution content, but I mean, everyone's Instagram feeds have been flooded from this guy, just the way he films, the way he pans, the quality, which I didn't think was possible to be being seen on Instagram. In fact, I'm hoping when you're watching this now, you'll be able to see the quality that we've seen on Instagram. I think he has a way of compressing the videos, changing the settings on Instagram, and uploading to such a level of quality that it's never been seen before. So, and I've actually messaged Dan Solomon and the Pro League, and I've said, look, keep a hold of this guy, because this guy he's taking it to a whole new level. So who do you want to see first, Lauren? Who do you want to see? Throw me some names. Andrea Shaw. Oh yeah, this is a good video. I think I showed this one last. Did I show this one? Oh. Let's take that off. I mean, look at the quality of this. Obviously, I think he's speeding up has he sped all of this up? Or is he just speeding up the transitions of her poses? I just hope you can see the quality. I hope it translates to what you're seeing now on YouTube. God, Andrea Shaw. I just wrote about her in my column, actually, in my MD column for the November issue. And I thought she was the most dominant Olympia champion of the 2021 Olympia. I thought she was absolutely incredible. I thought she was so far ahead of the rest. Great representative for the title. But she's unbeatable. For now, right now, how she looks, I think she is unbeatable. In fact, Rami wasn't as dominant a win at this Olympia, I don't think. Because, at the prejudging, he beat Brandon Curry by 1 single point. So it wasn't a clean score. It wasn't like a straight 5 for him, a straight 10 for Brandon. It was pretty much a flip of a coin at the prejudging. So Andrea Shaw was a straight first victory. So for me, that makes her the most dominant champion of the 2020 Olympia. Let's have a look at Brandon. Look at that. Wow. Brandon was apparently 10 pounds heavier. So that would make him mid 250s. Look at the round. Look at the way his hamstrings pop. That side chest just blew my mind. Absolutely incredible. Look at his condition there. He's always lacked that in years past. This is what he's criticised for, the lack of detail in the hamstrings, the glutes. He still could get more detail in his back, though, which I think is always going to be his Achilles heel. But then the muscle and the shape and the size of his back and his shoulders and arms is so impressive. It's almost like you can almost overlook it. But he could still get better in that area, definitely. But look at it, it's like a cobra. How is that even human? How is that even... Look at the thickness, the bulging of his traps there. It's incredible. Brandon Curry, man. Tell you what, who'd have thought he'd have come in and, nearly win the prejudging at the 2021 Olympia, sorry. It's Hadi. The shoulders. Sorry, I've got to stop going on about that. But it does look bad. It's distracting for me as well. Yeah, but look, I love the way this guy pans. Look, I wonder if he did that stood up, or he's got one of those panning rails. Do you know what I'm talking about? You know, the ones that you put it on and it just goes back and forth. Because if he was getting up and down in the press pit, going up and in front of people's lenses, that's really going to piss people off. It's true. Look at that. Look at it. So, because he's not just sat static, this guy. He's getting up and he's filming. I'm assuming there's a couple of them. Because I think I saw on the profile pic look at the quality. And he's just absolutely blasted Instagram. And of course, all the athletes then are then sharing the videos. Let's have a look at Hunter. Tell you what, Hunter really shocked me. I did not expect that. I didn't expect him to look so big next to the really big guys like Akeem and Rami and Brandon. And he did. He got first call at the Olympia and he was 4th place. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Look at that, the detail. Yeah, he does look good. And the thing is, we all see the filtered Instagram, pictures or the low quality pictures. And I tell you what, sometimes you can't actually see the accurate or real picture until you see footage of this quality, sorry. Sorry, I'm distracted by his guns. Wow, look at that. Yeah, he does look good. He's no more low lats. He's a work in progress, Hunter, but 8th place in 2020, 4th place in 2021. Absolutely phenomenal. Do you want to see one more?
Yeah, anything.
Come on. Anything. Come on. Give me something. Franciel. Is that one?
The lady with the red...
That one.
Top.
That's Franciel.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's the new wellness winner, Franciel Matos. I wasn't even aware of this lady until the Olympia started posting a couple of pictures a few weeks out, and she looked fantastic. And I thought, well, if she looks as good on stage as she does in the Instagram, then she's going to be a front runner. I still thought Eurytion was going to win it in the lead up, but it didn't quite translate to the stage or whether something went wrong with the prep. I don't know. But I love the way he pans. It's very wonder what cameras he's using. Is he using red cameras? Or let's look at this one. Let's have a look. Pose down footage. Zoom right in on this one. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, this is the top 10 because Justin Rodriguez is there. Let's have a look. What's Hadi doing? Yeah. Oh, Hadi's feeling left out. Look. Please, me too. What's he doing? Hadi, what are you doing, mate? Oh, he's getting excited. Look. There we go. It's Bonac, 6th place. Yeah, Hakeem. Hakeem took a bit of a step back this year. Stomach's hanging out as well. But he's had a pro win, and he was top 6 last year, so he's proven he's a legit top 6 placer at the Olympia. Look at Rami. Wow. Is this the pre-judging or the night show? Well, the night show, the pre-judging, they usually have their numbers on. So I believe this is the night show on the Saturday, because Rami looked a lot better on the Saturday. So, right. Anyway, I think, we've shown enough of this guy's work. But, this guy, he's going to be at Vegas, Miami, Atlantic City, and Orlando. Oh, sorry, the Americans have that's November, isn't it? Yeah, November. So, he's come from nowhere. I don't know anything about this guy, but he's really on the rise, this guy. He's really, hopefully this will raise the standard maybe from other videographers as well, because he's really, really impressive. Right, okay, I'm going to move quick now. Ronnie Coleman, because I want to give his app another big shout out. This is the... Hang on, let's have a listen to this.
Boy is now digital. My team has created several augmented reality experiences with yours truly. Download the Yeah Buddy app and see it for yourself.
Down.
Yeah Buddy. What's up, guys? Guess what? Boy is now digital.
Boy is now digital. Yeah, this is the augmented reality. This is the 3D. You have to, if you get the Ronnie Coleman Yeah Buddy app, there's some really cool features when you can see like a virtual Ronnie on whatever you film, and this was the Ronnie Coleman launch party right after Olympia. There you go.
Good people working.
It's Sean.
Because we've been blessed.
Brendan, William from RCSS. I used to work for RCSS, you see, back in 2014 to 2016. And obviously I run... Can you turn it down, please? Turn it down. Yeah, so, the app, the new Ronnie Coleman app launch. And also it was a 10th anniversary of RCSS. So, 10 years have been going, absolutely incredible. So, right, okay then. Yeah, I think we've seen enough of that. Okay, next is Flex Lewis. 1.9 million followers. Wow. Flex, congratulations to Flex and his wife, Ali. They are expecting their second child. These lovely photos up here in the Vegas. I think it's maybe probably Red. I think everyone does the photo shoots at Red Rock. I think that's where they do all the shoots around the Olympia time as well. Well, I think the Olympia is going back to Vegas next year, and then I think they're going to alternate. Yes, so big congratulations there to Flex and Ali. So they're expecting a baby boy, so they got one of each. So, and also Flex, I think he's in Italy. If I looked at Rome, Italy. So he's in Rome, Italy for the Yamamoto Pro yesterday. And then I believe he's going on to, is he going back home first? Or I think he's going to Dubai for the Dubai Muscle Show. That's in 2 weeks' time. So check him out. Go to the Yamamoto stand. I think Flex and Neil Hill have both got their own branded products with Yamamoto now, so that's really cool. So and obviously the Dragon's Lair 2 is it's become the new mecca of bodybuilding. All right, okay, next hot news is Flex Wheeler. Now Flex Wheeler was absent from the Olympia this year. He's always normally there. He caught COVID, so he's in hospital, quite seriously ill. So, still in the hospital, COVID non-respiratory symptoms are getting better. Body aches, fever, and migraines are starting to get less excruciating day by day. A few days ago, I did start to experience respiratory issues. I was put on oxygen, no breathing tube, and meds. So, apparently got COVID. So I hope Flex, I did send him a message. Buster Rhymes, stay fighting, King. We need you. 188 likes. Love you, Flex. Praying for a speedy recovery. I did send him a text as well, just to make sure, just to show concern, because Flex is a legend, and we don't want to see him, in a hospital bed with tubes up his nose. We want to make sure he's okay. And he obviously, would have been sadly missed at the Olympia this year. Yarishna, Oksana, Mike Rashid. Look at all that. All the people just giving him Terry Crews. Terry Crews from that. What's that show called? Terry Crews is in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've never watched it. What, isn't it good?
It's hilarious.
Is it? Okay. Okay. What else? Yeah. So and do you know what's? No, I don't want to get into the vaccination thing now. A lot of people say, "Oh, you should have had the vaccination." It's like, no, the guy's got freaking COVID. Because nope, let's leave that one alone. Let's leave it alone. Right. Okay. So Flex, get well soon, mate. All your thousands and hundreds of thousands of fans all around the world, rooting for you. So, and I think that was pretty much it on Flex. Yeah. So just want to make sure he's okay. Next hot news is Bojana. Do you say Bojana or Bojana?
Bojana, but I think you say Bojana.
I think it's Bojana, isn't it? Vasilevic. I can say a last name easier than I can say a first name. So, Bojana just won 1 week after the Olympia muscle contest in... Where was it? She's just won a pro show, which is qualified her for next year's Olympia. So imagine that. You've just done the Olympia, and you've basically stayed a week on your prep, done a show a week after, you've won, and you've qualified for the following year. I mean, that must be a fantastic position to be in. I bet she still does the Arnold, though. She will, because think Bojana, I mean, it says here, she loves to compete. So I saw this post today. Fun fact, these two girls together did more than 100 IFBB pro shows. Who's the other lady? Wendy Fortino. I don't know who she is. Is she figure or bikini or?
Looks like bikini.
A bikini. Yeah, I can't. I can't really tell. Maybe she's. I'm guessing she's figure because they both.
I think she's figure.
Yeah, figure. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So Bojana now is in a very good position. She can get ready now just entirely for the Olympia. What was her placing at the Olympia? The highest placing? I know she was second at the Arnold Classic 2019 or 2020.
I think last year she was top 5.
At top 5 at the Olympia. I know she dropped a little bit this year, but someone's as big as her.
Well, she was definitely top 10.
Okay. Size that tiara. That's massive.
It's huge.
Wow. Oh, look how happy she is. I bet Chris Minns is happy, her partner. We're going to come to him very, very shortly. So just wanted to acknowledge that and just congratulate Bojana for... She's got such an amazing little shape, isn't she? She's tiny. I remember suggesting to Chris Minns once that she should try women's physique because in photos, and some of the photos, she looked really muscular. And he said, no, Giles. He said, if you see her on stage, because I hadn't at that point, he said, wait till you see her on stage. It was actually at the Olympia a couple of years ago. He said, you'll see she's too small for women's physique, but she's perfect for figure because she is so staturally small. But she carries a decent amount of muscle, though. She could. Maybe she. I don't know. Maybe she's. I don't know. I think she's.
I think she suits figure.
Yeah, she suits figure, and I think a lot of the women are. The figure women are getting very, very muscular now. Apart from Sydney Gillen, who's not got more muscular, yet she's still managed to retain the Olympia title. She's won 5 now. So, right, she's a judge, NPC judge, top 9. Oh, she's been top 9, so she's been 9th at Olympia. 6-time. She's done 6 Olympias. And she's got 2nd at the Arnold Classic USA and Australia. So that's impressive. Right, okay, the next hot news is the Legion Sports Fest, which is this coming weekend, promoted by Chris Minns and also his partner, Bojana. She's they're kind of joint promoters. And look at these trophies. Aren't these absolutely beautiful? Look at that. God, you'd do the show just to win one of them, wouldn't you? Aren't they beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. So one of these is to win an open overall at the NPC Legion, an overall at the IFBB Pro Masters Legion, or a division, any division at the IFBB Pro Legion. So that's this weekend, October the 22nd to 24th in Reno, Nevada. So, and they run fantastic shows, Chris Minns and Bojana. I mean, look at that. That's so cool. It's a classic guy. It's classic shorts. That must be for the classic pro division. Oh my God. See, I love the way that when promoters go to the extra effort to actually get something made bespoke for their shows, I think it really sets them apart, from, I mean, look at that. Imagine winning that. That's so cool with a cape.
Very cool.
Isn't that beautiful? Wonderful, isn't it? Wonderful. Yeah, good on you guys. I mean, thing is, it takes time and effort and a lot of and money to kind of put these things together. And, there's some beautiful trophies out there, but something like that is that's going to stand out, when your career's all done. That's going to stand out because it's unique. It's unique to that to that event. I'm surprised look at this. I mean, look at this for a poster. Look at that. I mean, to go to that effort to produce a show poster. I mean, look, there's J.M. Mannion as Batman. That's Dave Henry as, I don't know. That's Mark Antony. I think that's, what's his name? Arash Shabar. I don't know the rest. I can't figure it out. I don't know these guys. Yeah. I think, is that one's Oksana, isn't it? Is that one Oksana? No. Which one's Oksana? Anyway. But yeah, so I just love the effort that they've gone to. So, and they do put on incredible events. And also, I've seen another post. Cedric McMillan is competing this weekend. So, also, Sergio Oliva's doing it. So, Sergio versus Cedric will be very interesting. Max Charles as well. So obviously they're looking to get an early qualification for next year. Personally rooting for Cedric a little bit, because Cedric was missed at Olympia this year, and he's just got such an amazing physique, and I'd love to see him get an early qualification. And like I said, Dave Henry's still going. He's doing the 212. Missy Truscott's in. Jessica Reyes Padilla. Nearly $58,000 cash in total prize money. 450 IFBB pros are expected across the IFBB Pro Masters and Pro Open Legion stage. Wow. Okay, that's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Yeah. So, yeah, well, thing is, people will come to the events if you put on good events and you look after the athletes. They will come in their droves and they will return. And every year the numbers will get more and more and more because word spreads. So, Tier 3 qualifier, I have no idea what that means. It means it probably get a lot of points, I'm guessing. But, yeah, so, yeah, biggest little city in the world. And the place looks beautiful as well, Reno. That's where they're from. Yeah, Reno, the biggest little city in the world. So, can you believe the Legion Sport Fest? Okay, so, yes, I'm assuming he's doing it as well. Or is that... No, that's the guy who won it last year. What's his name? I forgot his name now. Oh, Josh Wade. His name's there. Looking straight at it. Josh Wade, yeah. So, yeah. So it's going to be fun. And it's also good to see promoters keeping the Masters division going, because there's no Masters Olympia, so there's nothing really for them to lead up to. But obviously there are a lot of pros over 40 or 45 or 50 or even older that still want to compete and be competitive and don't have to go up against the 27-year-old Nick Walkers and get blown away, potentially. So, yeah, the Legion Sport Festival, a huge expo, amazing event, huge amateur event. Over 3 days. So head to @Centre-Podium or Legion Sports Fest. Follow this Instagram account here and check those guys out. Right, okay. And next one is the big news, is the new pro show in Egypt. Very excited about this one. Run by a promoter called Islam Kortam. Driven by ambition and passion. Cost Squad Egypt. Yeah, this event is promising to be a very, very huge event. Rami's going to be in attendance. I mean, he's Egyptian, so, you know, it stands to reason. I would hope he'd be there supporting. It's some more of Gilco, yeah. Not Bilko. There was a TV show in the 60s. Sergeant Bilko. Yeah, you yawning, Jay? Feeling tired? Busy day, long day. Get some coffee in you. That's what I do. Right, okay. Someone was going on about Rami's lat, saying it's torn, but I don't see that. No. People just being dicks. Yeah, they're being dicks. Well, the thing is, they're on stage in a bloody, like Nathan Asha said, they're on stage in a thong. And people, we're going to scrutinise their physique, you know. Look at the fullness of his chest. Look at that. His chest and shoulders. Tell you what, it was last year I became a Rami believer. I was not drinking the Rami Kool-Aid until that point, because I don't know, I just thought he was never going to get it together. But he did. I think there is something going on, but so what? But yeah, so let me find out. There's not much on here. You think I'm trying to get some... Oh, here we are. Right, okay then. So 26th to the 31st, there is stuff going on for... This is in Cairo, Egypt. Where's the... Am I looking straight at the details for the prize money? I've heard, it's not confirmed, but I've heard they're giving away a car as well as a huge amount of prize money. We'll get that confirmed next week. I think I might get myself out to this one. I think it's... there we are. Hang on a minute. What's that say? Is that 1 million. No, I think that must be a different currency. I don't think they'd be giving away $1 million worth of prize money at a new show.
What is the currency in Egypt?
And EGP. What is EGP standing for?
It's the Egyptian currency.
Oh, and EGP prizes. What does that mean?
Plus, maybe it's the currency like GBP, but it's EGP.
I've heard it's 1 million Egyptian pound.
There you go, EGP's currency.
EGP, right? So 1 million. Work it out, Egyptian EGP in dollars or euros or whatever you want to work it out. But I think it works out. I'm sure I've got $60,000 in prize money, total prize money, because they have men's physique, classic physique, 212 bodybuilding, and open bodybuilding. Some huge names doing the open because new show as well. And this promoter seems like I don't know much about him. I'll have to get him on, maybe speak to him. £50,000. Wow. So a new show. That's fantastic. You know, so I wonder what I would imagine the first prize would be 20, 30,000. I can't imagine it being less than that. I know Mohamed Elamam's in it. Has been Egyptian. There's a lot of Egyptian. Tell you what, the Egyptian athletes this year they're just incredible. Hassan, Mohamed, Ahmed Wadani, Rami, of course. I've missed somebody out. Another Egyptian. And fantastic. It's great to see new events, and especially over this side of the world as well. And it's nice to see Rami supporting that as well. And I would hope so, because it's on his bloody doorstep. But I've been trying to get more details on it. Maybe they'll start coming through over the next couple of weeks. But they sponsored the Olympia as well. Cost Squad. Yeah, there you go, look. Yeah, fantastic. So, great to see new promoters coming through and putting their money where their mouth is and putting on these amazing new events, bringing more pro card opportunity to places like Egypt, because surrounding countries in the Middle East will, then gives them a chance to sort of jump up into the NPC, into the Pro League. Tell you what, I did like how Rami was dressed at Olympia. I know they're told to, but he did look bloody cool. Doesn't he look amazing like that? I mean, he does look like a Bond baddie. He does. He's too nice to be a baddie, isn't he? Could you imagine Rami as a baddie in a Bond film? I can't. He's too nice. He's too smiley.
Very specially tailored suit.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
Because he can't.
But I just think I hope he wears that to Egypt, to the Egypt Pro Show. This looks so cool. It's just all Rami. Right. Okay then. Right. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, we'll get more details on this one for next episode 39. And we'll find out more from the costsquadegypt.org. Cost Squad Egypt. Maybe I've gone to the wrong Instagram account, because I think I've seen another Instagram account where there was more details on. But thing is, there's other shows going on, like the Rome just happened, Yamamoto. But this one's next, and then it's the same weekend that we've got the Dubai Muscle Show. So there's going to be a lot going on in the next few weeks. And like I said, we've got Romania, we have Alicante, and we have Prague. So there is lots going on over this side of the Atlantic. Is that right? I sound really stupid now, don't I? Atlantic, the big one between America and UK.
I think so, yeah.
Atlantic, I hope so. It's not the Pacific, is it? Pacific's
down.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, I was actually good at geography as well. Yes, the headmaster who ran my geography class said I was his star pupil once. It's true. It's true. Sorry, fun fact. Not very fun fact. Not very interesting fact. Right, okay then. And next hot news is... this has nothing to do with bodybuilding. Very sorry about that. But if you're a bodybuilding fan, does that make you a Batman fan? Does it? Well, action, hero. I've got to show it. Sorry. Not sorry. Where is it? Where is the trailer? Here we go. No, is that it? Oh, God, come on. Right, here we go. Yeah, this is the trailer. Oh, God, it's amazing. Right, I thought I'd end on a non-bodybuilding topic there, but yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We're finishing off a little bit of Olympia kind of reviewing, and obviously we wanted to focus mainly on the Yamamoto Pro Cup. A fantastic job, guys. Barbara Bagnuolo, the new IFBB Italy promoter. So fantastic lineup, fantastic event. And we look forward to supporting her and IFBB Italy more for their pro events and their amateur events in the coming year. So, okay then, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And once And always, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And ladies and gentlemen, we are out.